All right, well, welcome everybody to the retroCombs live stream on a Friday. Now, this is pretty wild. It is Founder Friday. Hey, do me a favor, everybody in the chat room. Let me know if you are receiving the audio. I do have a new microphone. You can see that over here. I'm using a little something different than I normally do. It looks like it's doing pretty well, actually. But man, how exciting is this? Uh-oh, got an echo. Somebody says we have an echo. Let me check and see why we might have an echo. I am not seeing an echo. Let me see if I've got anybody else getting an echo. Let me know if you hear an echo. Looks like Bill is getting an echo, which I really hate that Bill has an echo because he probably doesn't need an echo. Somebody else give me a little information out there. Let me know. I don't have, let me see. You know what? I can turn, no, I don't want to turn that off. That one looks good. I'm not sure why you would be getting no echo. Okay, so at least one other person, Bill, is saying no echo. Two people are saying no echo, so I think we're good. No echo. Make sure you don't have it playing in both Discord and you. There you go. That could be part of it. Hey, good to have all of you here. And hey, we have a luminary in the chat. If you all look, Bill Hurd is here. Bill, it's great to have you here. Thanks for joining. Bill's been a great friend of the channel, so we appreciate him being here. And of course, a historical figure among the Commodore society, as we like to say. Make sure you get his book. I'm going to plug his book for him. And I don't have it with me. So, but Bill, feel free to go put your title of your book back. Oh, shoot. What is the name of it, Bill? Anyway, put it in there. Yeah, Bill's the man. Exactly. So good to have you here. By the way, we're also doing something really strange and different today. I am streaming. First of all, it's a different time. For those of you maybe new to the channel, my name is retroCombs. Steven is, but I call myself retroCombs. And about every other week, I stream live on a Sunday afternoon. But because this arrived, we had to have a stream tonight because all those other YouTubers are going to get ahead of me. I can't let them do that. So we're going to do it today. And I'm so happy that all of you are joining me. We've got a good group in here today, and we've got a great group in chat. If you're not familiar with chat, on my live streams, chat is where it is at, folks. They call themselves retroCombians. That's their title that they gave themselves. I didn't give it to them, and they love hanging out and just chatting and giving me a hard time while we try and do this live stream. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to get right into the topic. We're going to get right into it today. Normally I do news and I do some demos and unboxings, but we're getting right to it today. We can't wait. We are ready to get in to this big box. But before I do that, I always have to see who's in chat, though. Let's see who we've got in chat and see what you all are looking and are thinking about and talking about. Oh, the other thing that I'm doing differently is I'm streaming this version here that most of you are seeing, but I'm also on YouTube Shorts right now. So if people are strolling through their Shorts feeds, they're liable to see me, and they might pop in and watch the full width version if they're interested. So yeah, I'm streaming on both Shorts and on the long form. I don't know, what do we call the long form? I'm streaming vertical and portrait, or portrait and landscape. There we go. We'll do it that way. So who do we have in chat? I will say this: Evil J was first to the chat room today. He was in about 9 hours ago. Super excited, evidently, about this stream. We also had Mr. Landfill, who came in pretty close. Regular guy is here. Regular guy, good to have you here. He's just some regular guy hanging out. So good to have you here. Evil J, as we said. Jamie is one of my executive producers. He's off doing other things. He may not be with us tonight. So I'm just glad he popped in to let us know that he was excited about this as well. Let's see. Cutie Honey's here. Cutie Honey is jealous. And I said, don't be jealous. We're going to have fun today. We're all going to enjoy the unboxing of this amazing machine here together. So no reason to be jealous. We also have Stefan is here. So good to have you here. His Founders Edition is currently on the way to the Commodore Hub. And he's looking forward to unboxing his. So hopefully I don't spoil all the surprises. I guess I should say that. If you don't want spoilers or surprises spoiled, get out now. Leave. What YouTuber tells you to leave the stream, huh? Do that, though. Get out now while you have the chance. Of course, we've already talked about Bill Hurd being here. Good to have you again, a luminary in the Commodore community. Good to have you here, Bill. Thanks for joining. And I'm sure Bill will let me know if I do things wrong. Let's see. Q's tis. Oh, I can't. I don't. It sounds good. Okay, thank you. Welcome. I think this is your first live stream with us, so good to have you here. Alfredo Tata Creative Design. I'm just going to call him Alfredo. Good to have you here. Thanks for joining. And again, if you're watching and haven't posted something in chat, please do that. I love to see who's here. Let's see. Bill Hurd says, I wanted to use the name Cutie Honey, but it was taken, and now you know who it was taken by, Bill. So there you go. And we have Guntato. Good to have you here. Oh, greetings from Belgium to you. It's a little late for you, isn't it, in Belgium? I think it's pretty early. We have Neo Kashi is here. I missed the systems between C64 and N64. Let's do one more here, and Mr. Landfill. Okay, yeah, excellent. So again, if you're watching live, be sure and put your name down in chat. By the way, if you're watching the replay of this, I do have, so chat will continue to be available even on the replay. So you definitely want to check that out because there's going to be a lot of good stuff going. Davey's here. Good to have you here. Ooh, also Greg from Grand Rapids. Hey, Greg, good to have you here. Good friend of the channel and a good friend. We meet once a year. We meet at Midwest Computer Festival and we get together and we hang out, which is good to have him here. So again, a very good group. Let me, let's just dive in. All right, let's just get into this thing and see what we have. And so I'm going to be showing you, we're going to be going through this thing slow, leisurely. It's going to be a lot of fun. What I would ask you to do is if you have questions, put those in chat and we'll try and get to them. The goal for tonight is, I can't believe I'm doing this on a Friday night. The goal for, and I went for a run before this, so my voice is barely hanging out, but the goal is to get this thing open and plugged in and we're going to look at. So it's from unboxing to power on to however much time we have. I figure we're going to be here a couple hours, so kick back. Get you a gold drink. I am drinking. This is not what you think it is. This is some kind of, it's a Poppy brand orange cream soda that was upstairs that my wife bought. So I figured I'd have this. I didn't do anything there. And I've also got gold in the back here. So everything's kind of gold. And I guess I should also show, I do have the t-shirt. I guess you're probably wondering what t-shirt is he talking about. There we go. I got the official t-shirt. I actually bought this while I was waiting for this to show up so I would have this to wear. So I've got the official Ultimate t-shirt. We are good to go. We are ready to do this thing. Let's go ahead and break. Let's get started. Let's break this thing open. Here we go. Now, I'll tell you what, before we do that, let's do a little bit, because one of the things I found is there's some really fun stuff on the box. So first of all, this just does my heart. So it just makes it grow 7 sizes or whatever that thing is with the Grinch. Manufacturer, Moss Technology, love that. And for those of you who know the history of Commodore, you know what that means. I'm going to flip this over, by the way. Commodore security patches, I've got that up here. My executive producers, that was their Christmas gift along with some other things this year. So I got them nice Commodore security badges. And the fun thing about this is, I think this will stick right there. Look at that. All right. I don't think it'll stay there long. We'll leave it. And then on this side, I want to show you some things here. And it's a little tight here. I do have another view over here. If we need to go, we can do that. So we'll be bouncing around back and forth. See some information here. Here's our Founders Edition. So using that same packing box for all editions, the beige, the Starlight, the Founders. I do have a beige. That is RetroCat's Christmas gift. She still doesn't have it. I got to get it to her. We got to have her do an unboxing of her very first Commodore computer. How about that? And then I love the back. I love the back. Check this out. And this was on my doorstep today when I came home from work, which was super cool. Commodore International Corporation, 8 the green. You can see this, Kent, Delaware, and USA. Check that out. So it's actually a United States address here. This one shipped from Bolingbrook, Illinois. That's where it came from. I'm not sure what the shipping channels are. I think Perry Fractic has actually shared some of that information, so check that out. And then your manufacturer again is Moss Technology. Just a bunch of fun. And then you can see our UK responsible person, Australia and Canadian distributors. Very cool. All right, let's get it out of this shipping box here. And I think for this camera, we're going to come over here for this view here. Let's dig in here and see what we have. So again, put your questions in as soon as we get it out of this box. We'll come back to chat. For those of you that watch, I do a lot with chat. Oh, this is falling off. I do a lot with chat. So be prepared. I love to hang out with you all in chat and kind of spend time with the community. All right, let's get this thing open here. I'm trying to be very careful. I do not want to cut the box that's inside here. All right. Let's put that over here. Oh, looky there. Look at there. Now, interesting fun fact for me, and I better move my drink or it's going to fall. Fun fact for me is I never owned a Commodore 64. What? Yes, that's right. I went completely from a VIC-20 to a Commodore 128. So that was my claim to fame in the, or my pathway to Commodore. So this technically is my very first Commodore 64 that I am unboxing brand new. So how cool is that? By the way, since we have Bill Hurd here, Bill, that Commodore laptop, that'd be my suggestion for the next product that Commodore is looking for. I'm just saying, just, you know, throwing it out there in case somebody, that laptop you were working on, that was too slick, man. All right, let's go ahead and go back to here and let's take a look around the box here, and then we'll come back and see what you all, if you have any questions. Ooh, this is really nice. This is the back. Your data, not big data. So I love this. Spreadsheet calculations, financial planning, word processing, BBSs, not social media. It's interesting, with the release of this, BBSs have started to see a resurgence. So I'm really excited about that. And of course, this is, even though we're trying to do the digital detox thing, this is capable of connecting to the internet, as we know. We probably won't get to all that today. We'll get to see how far we get. So steady, not scrolling, fun, not feeds. And I love the images on the back here. Here's our data set. I won't be connecting a floppy drive to it either, or a data set for this live stream. So if you're looking for that, sorry. We'll do that in another video probably. The thing that just blows my mind is I love these retro monitors. So it just makes me wonder, is Commodore planning this retro monitor? I don't know. And then we've got some games in here and some other things. Let's look around the sides here, as we like to do on the channel. Here we go. Commodore.net. By the way, the Commodore.net page, let me bring that up quickly. I did want to show you something here that I located, and I'm not sure all of you know. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But if you look, there is a downloads page on Commodore.net now. Commodore.net now, how about that? And that's where you'll find the firmware if you need it. So the latest one is November 11th, but there are some other interesting things here. Here's your documentation. So your user's guide. User's guide was written by Dan, who's a friend of the channel, and also worked on the guide for the Mega 65. We have Jupiter Lander 2, which I'll need to download. But then this was very interesting. These next two items, Commodore OS is available. Commodore OS, the free Linux-based operating system for PCs. I have displayed that or shown that on the channel in some previous videos. We did a live stream, but I really want to download that and get that on a machine. Actually, Perifractic had this in his, you saw this when he was doing some of his introductory videos. But check this out. C64 Stream. Bridge your Commodore 64 Ultimate directly to OBS Studio for seamless streaming and recording over your network connection. That is pretty cool. That's the kind of thing that I think we're going to start seeing that is going to drive some innovation with the Commodore 64 Ultimate. That is really cool. So I wanted to share that. It's the only time we're going to go to the Mac computer, but I just thought I would share that with you. And again, showcase some things that maybe you didn't know. And that's hopefully what we'll be doing along this whole unboxing. We'll learn some things about this computer. Here's our front right here. Let's get that on the screen for you. There we go. The new from Commodore, the first official Commodore 64 in 30 years is here. A faithful recreation of the original motherboard on FPGA. If you've been living under a rock, yes, this is a field programmable gate array or FPGA implementation of the Commodore 64 based on several other community projects. They mashed them all together and they created an official Commodore product. If I mess anything up, and I know you all will do this, make sure you put it down in the chat. By the way, there's 48 of you. That's pretty good. That's not bad for my channel, a little channel on Friday night, opening up a Commodore 64. 49 of you. Now, if you are so inclined, don't forget, everybody, do me a favor, hit that like down there for me so that we can get this thing out there. I'm sure there are other Commodore 64 fans out there sitting on a Friday night with nothing to do, and they would love to know this stream is out here. Last thing we're going to look at right here are the different versions. Again, the beige, the Starlight. I was torn, admittedly, I was torn between these two, but I just felt I'm retroCombs, right? And the channel focuses on Commodore 8-bits primarily, so I needed to support the Founders Edition. And I really like doing that because it helps support the kickstarting of this too by spending a little bit more money. So there we go. All right. Okay, well, I think the next phase is to open this, but before we do, let me see if you all have any questions in chat. See what's going on. Let's see. I got to get caught up here. Looks like British beer. Is that what British beer looks like? I've not been to Britain, so. But I can sure use it. By the way, for those of you who've been on my live streams, what do you think about this new microphone? It was gifted to the channel. I'm doing a review on it. It's the Maono, and it's wireless, which is really cool. So let me know what you think about that. I wonder who got number 64 too. I'll come down to that here in a minute. Bill Hurd, miss your Friday streams. Yeah, those were something that a lot of us probably logged into on a regular basis. Commodore really missed an opportunity not making that top chicken lip green in the logo. That's funny. Finally, a box combs won't want to throw out. Yeah, you're probably right. So Evil Jay's been with the channel for several years now, I think, and it probably says on his. If you look in chat, it'll tell you how long he's been a member. But yes, I tend not to keep boxes. I will probably keep this one. Do I keep the white box? Evil Jay, do I keep the white box or do I just keep this box? So that's the question. I mean, I hate to get rid of the white box. It's pretty cool. I don't know. We'll see. Hello, nice to see you. New Golden C64. Good to have you here, Vesp Krisk. Good to have you here. Thank you for joining. What's the serial number? My serial number? Yeah, it would be cool for 6502. I would love that. No, mine is. And I shared this on my Discord. Let me see. It is number 1384, which was close to 1584. So, but I got 1384. So there you go. If somebody can figure out a Commodore tag or a Commodore association with 1384, put it in chat. I'd love to know that. Looking good. Oh, who's looking good? Me or the Commodore 64? I'm sure it's the 64, but you know, slowly. Okay. The first Commodore I owned was an SX. Wow, Mr. Landfill. I think you've mentioned that. That's an amazing first one to own. I have one of those over here, which that's another, could be an interesting Commodore product. Some kind of portable again that does it differently. Great. Now he have to add you to the list of people that know too much. Yeah, no doubt. Love the box detail. Very nostalgic. I agree. I like the graphic design layout. Outstanding. I do too. I'm going to skip a few, so apologies. I'm trying to get some really good stuff here. Not that not everybody's chat is good. I'm just hitting some highlights. The box looks almost like 1984 box I owned for my first computer. Yeah, I did not own a Commodore 64, but I've seen all the boxes and it does look pretty good. Is the firmware open source? I believe it is. I believe they've changed. Maybe somebody else can tell us, but I'm pretty sure it is now. Let's see. Thumbs up to everyone. Let's see. Oh, it's 11 a.m. in Sydney. Good to have somebody from Sydney. Thank you for joining. Got a lot of first timers. Hey, if you're a first time viewer of my live stream, don't forget to hit subscribe, which I think you had to get in chat. I don't remember if I turned that on, but would love to have you on a regular basis. We do this again, like I said, about every other Sunday afternoon. Yeah, I don't know Mr. Landfill, but I sure would like to know. It's 1:14 in Warsaw. It's a late one. So thanks for hanging out with us. Open it. Can't wait. I know, Martin. I'm getting there. All right. Keep them both. Yes. Both boxes. All right. If I keep every box you tell me to keep, Evil Jay. Let's see. Jerry's here. Hey, Jerry, good to have you here. Jerry's been here before. His brother got today serial 1000. Cool. He reads that in binary. Oh, there you go. Serial number 8. I like it. I assume, Bill. Yeah, Bill, did you get number 128? That would make sense if you got 128. That seems like that would make sense. And then 10 a.m. Saturday in Brisbane. Or Brisbane, sorry. So good to have you all here. Let's get back to our unboxing of the Commodore 64. Let's open it up. The Commodore 64 Ultimate Founders Edition. Here we go. Oh, wait, what do I need to do here? Oh, got to be careful. Looks like we have, no, we got a little tape here. Let's go. Oh, it's not too bad though. Some of these things, you know, are out of control. It's just a little bit right here. So we're going to peel that back slowly. I don't want to butcher the box. Kind of curious why we had to put tape on. Oh no, shoot. Tape is killing my box here. Hate that. All right, well, I've already mangled up the box, Evil Jay. There you go. Let me go ahead and get this thing open here. All right, let's try that again. Let's see if we can, I'm not sure why felt like we needed to put tape on there. There we go. All right, see, I got just a little bit of, oh man. There we go. That's all right. All right, let's see what it's, oh, there we go. Welcome back to the world of friendly computing. How about that? I love it. All right, let me move this thing down very careful here. And I'm gonna have to move my mic over for just a minute as we open it up. I'll get it back over so you get, here we go. You guys ready? Here we go. We're gonna open her up. Now remember this, oh, I just got a little peek at something you didn't see. All right, so here's the way I'm gonna do this. There were some special gifts for Founders Edition members. I'm not sure if you've watched any unboxing videos, but how about that? Look at there, guys. Here's the first thing in I love it. Look at that. It's a little flag. So we got the little, this is awesome. This will go somewhere. We're gonna figure out where that will go. Let me pull this off of here. Get this tape off of here. Oh man, see, these are the things with the Founders Edition. You get all these little extras, which just make it a really cool experience. Let me make sure I don't mangle that up. All right, here we go. And let's see. Let's do. Let's bring our. Let's put it in our mic over here. I don't know that. That's probably not going to stay there. We'll figure it out. We'll put it somewhere. But there you go. There's the first little surprise we get inside. A little Commodore flag. How cool! Waving the white flag, folks. All right, let me put that over here so we don't lose it. All right. And oh, the next thing inside is, and we knew these were coming. These are some additional things that are here. We have another t-shirt. Here we go. Check that out right there. Let's go ahead and it says I rebooted. I'm sure you all would like to see it, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. That's part of what we're doing here today is we are unboxing so that everybody can have the same experience that I am having. That's what I do. I like to share back with the community, right? All right, here we go. Commodore Sam, saw your video. Hey, Commodore Sam just popped in the chat. Commodore Sam did look at your video, which gave away some things, but I tried to speed through. I scrubbed through some stuff. I said, oh, I don't want to see that yet. I don't want to see that yet. But Commodore Sam also has an unboxing video. He beat me to the unboxing, basically, but we're doing it live. I don't know that anybody's done it live yet. I might be the first to do it live and probably the last. We'll see how it goes. Here we go. Check it out, folks. There you go. There's the t-shirt, and on the back, right there, comfy sweater with Commodore colors, joystick neck, pixelated. What do you guys think? Let's in chat. Tell me what you guys think about the. It's a nice quality shirt. I gotta say that. I will say that. But I will tell you, I think I like the shirt I bought better than this one though. But tell me what you think down in chat. Oh, check this out, guys. Love that. Look at that. Commodore branded, and I know that's the thing, right? We're going to get it back into branding the Commodore computer. I know I'm getting away from the mic, so hold on. I'm going to put this back here for now. The next thing we have is, what size are these t-shirts? Anyway, this next one right here. Let's open that one up. Commodore Sam, I assume you got the same t-shirts. Is that right? Oh, that's okay. I know. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have watched if I didn't want the spoilers, Commodore Sam. So. Let's see. Here's the next one. All right, let's check this one out, guys. Again, Commodore branded, and I rebooted. Now that one, I kind of like this one. I like this one. This is one that I will wear during live streams, I'm sure. Let me get the mic back over here. There we go. This one will be a lot of fun to wear. All right, very cool. These are really nice t-shirts too. The quality on these is better than I thought. I am gonna say that, you know, so they did a really good. Okay, let's see what else we have inside here. Let's see if we're at a place where I should just, yeah, we're at a point now. Let's just get you all a good view here, and let's open her up. Oh my. Let's make sure you can see inside the box here. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Right there. I like the second shirt, says cutie honey. I don't blame you. I think that's a good one too. Shirt was cool, but I will have to give it away. Too small. Oh, really? What size did I get? I asked that question earlier, but I didn't look. Let me see what size I have here. I got an extra large, so that's perfect for me. Actually, it may be a little big. Usually a large is what I wear, or sometimes a large. And then this one's a large. So I'm not sure how they decided what you get. So I've got a large and I've got an extra large. So two separate ones there. It'll work out. We'll figure it out. All right. So inside here we have the box itself. Oh, you can kind of see the gold right there. How cool is that? Where shall we start? We've got this. What is this? Well, I don't know. Okay, let's start here. Let's start with the accessory box first. All right. And I'll put that right on top there. You know what? I think I want to move the stuff. I think I'm going to do this so that you get a better view. So let me move this out of the way. We will come back to that. Let's take a look and see what's in our accessory box here. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Love that. The whole branding thing is really great because that's what we wanted, right? We wanted the brand to be back alive, and feel like they are selling Commodore official stuff. This is the Commodore 64 Ultimate Accessory. So this is the standard stuff I think that you get with every Commodore 64 Ultimate. Let's open it up. Yes, here we go. Here's all the accessories. And you've seen a lot of these in the other videos that people have posted. I love this, an official Commodore branded, your little bag ASMR, little Commodore branded HDMI cable. We won't need that today because I'll be plugging the Commodore into the capture device here, but let's see, Commodore.net. Yep, a Commodore branded HDMI cable, the first of its kind. There you go. Check it out. That's pretty cool. What do we have here? We have the stickers. Yeah, we've seen those online. Love the little data set sticker. Commodore logos. I've got places we can put this. Here's the MOS Technologies, MOS Technologies. Very cool. Oh, I love this. I didn't know it was a double-sided. Look at this, guys. Very cool. I love 8-bit ready. This is really nice. I love this. I wonder, are these the types of things that are going to be available online later in their store? Maybe you can get, or are these just like the little perks that you get with the computers? Either way, it's really, really cool. Love that. Yeah, keep those hearts coming across the stream there. Let me know that you're liking what you're seeing. Don't forget, I need you all to hit like too. There's oh my goodness, check this out. There are 64 concurrent viewers right now. How cool is it? Oh, and it just went back to 62. We were at 64. I wish I'd captured that. Oh, it's back up to 64 concurrent viewers. So there we go. How about that? Now, obviously, I'd like that to go to 128, right? Because Bill's here. So let's get 128 viewers out there. All right, let's do that. Let's see. What else do we have in here? Here is the Commodore 64 Ultimate Cassette. That's actually, as we've all seen, this is very cool. This is the very second. And this is the USB drive full of games. I love this. This was a really smart design, really cool thing to think through. Now I have seen a lot of people who are just transferring things because it's a little bulky. I will probably do that too, transfer it to another USB drive, but just very cool. And just that classic feel. And oh man, look at this, guys. Look at this. Check this out. You want to hear that? It's the sound of a cassette closing, case closing. Here you go. How about that? There you go. Cassette ASMR for you. How about that? You didn't realize you're going to get that here, did you? I know, it's just weird and freaky, right? All right, here is our power supply right here. And it looks like inside we get to pick our power supply. This one is very interesting. Let's see what we have here. Let's go ahead and get stuff set up here. We have our plug. It is, oh, I love this. I don't know that I knew this. Maybe I did, but I don't believe I did. This is transparent. Look at this. Got the transparent case. That's just pretty. It's just some more extra coolness, guys. Very cool. Let's get the United States version here. This reminds me of the Mega 65 power supply too. It worked a lot like this. So we're going to pop that in there and we are going to click it into place. There we go. So there you go. Commodore 64 power supply. We're going to need that. Now it's a barrel jack. It's not USB-C. That is surprising to me. Let me see if I can get that. Hold on. There we go. That's a little surprising. I thought maybe that would be a USB-C cable that we could use, but it is a barrel jack. So you're going to have to keep your Commodore power supply handy. Let's go ahead and do this. Now I did see something in here, a little something special. It says Founders on it. Let's see what that is. Oh, what do we have here? Look at this. Commodore Founders Edition. Now, I'm pretty sure this isn't in all the boxes with all the Commodores. Look at this. Got a little slide right here. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Look at that. This looks like something you give your honey on Valentine's Day. By the way, happy Valentine's Eve. By the way, happy Friday the 13th. But yeah, no, I don't think the lovely accountant is looking for this for for Valentine's Day. I think she's looking for something else. And I'm pretty sure it's not a gold Commodore 64 badge. Check that logo. Look at that. This is really nice. Here's your little place for power. Very, very cool. Boy, this is nice. I'm not sure what it's made out of, but it's got a little plastic on it. I'll pull that off at some other time, but very, very cool. Look at that. You know, let me give you guys a chance to look at that. Gaze over the gold, folks. Yeah, I love that. Martin says, ooh, let me get it up here. Ooh, come on, chat, work with me. There we go. Ooh, very cool. All right, let's put that back in here for safekeeping. Look at that. What a presentation. Holy smokes. That's outstanding. All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to put some of this back in the box because I don't want to lose it. I'm just going to move it over to the side and we'll get rid of some plastic. And now let's go back to the big box. But before I do that, let me check on chat, see if you have anything that you need to talk about before I dig in here. Let's see. Let me back up here. Cutie Honey likes that second shirt. I like the second one better too. I think that's better. Evil J says, I like the rebooted shirt. Shirt was cool, but I will have to give, oh yeah, we already talked about that. Sorry about that. Brought that one back up. C64 is definitely much more than an ordinary computer. We all know that. Yes, we do. Absolutely. We have same size. Okay, so you got the same size as I did. Interesting. I wonder if anybody got like a medium or a large, or if they just did all larges and extra larges. It's like Christmas Day 1989. For me, it would be more like 1985 or so, but I'm a little older than. Oh, by the way, I just turned 61 this month, guys. Turned 60 this time last year. Thought, man, it's nothing. Turned 61. I'm glad to have this because it's helping me get over the whole 61 thing. So there you go. Love the stickers. Stickers are awesome. In fact, I will mail a shirt individually as a gift to anyone in your chat today that you pick. Ooh, are you all seeing this? Commodore Sam, can I assume, and thanks for that. That is so nice. Can I assume that you want to keep that in the United States? Is that for sure a thing? So let me know. Fred, hey Fred, good to have you here. The packaging and manual of the C64U really nailed the feel of the original. Yes, again, Dan did that. Dan's a friend of the channel as well. I know Dan from the Mega 65 community. He's great with that stuff. Greg from Grand Rapids says, have to know, does it smell like Harbor Freight or a new 64? We're going to find out when we get over there after I look through chat here. The cassette won't be authentic until one hinge breaks, no doubt. Stuart is here. Hey, Stuart, good to have you here. Thanks for joining us. Is it possible to plug a real? Yes, you can do that. It does have an IEC port on it, Gunto. We've not even gotten into it, but I can tell you it does have an IEC port, so you can do that. So it'll work with 1571, 1541, 1581, anything that works on an IEC. Now, what's interesting is, will it work with some newer thing? Like if you missed my last live stream, by the way, we did the Meatloaf device, which is an IEC device. And the Meatloaf is very cool for an original Commodore 64. Check out that live stream. I'll be sure and link that when I get all done, but you're going to want to see that live stream, and it's an IEC device, which is really cool. So sadly, they do not use USB-C power delivery as the Ultimate 2. So the Ultimate Elite, Stefan, does use USB-C, which that's really surprising to me then that we need the barrel jack. I would have liked to have seen USB-C. So we're going to take a half. We're going to take a half of a point off for not having USB-C. So I don't know how IGN gave them 10 out of 10. I'm like at 9.9995 out of 10 right now. All right, because of USB-C. So there you go. So IGN, let's think about these things. Let's see who else is here. Wow, it looks really nice. Yes, it does. But now it's time to see. Yeah, everybody just wants me to move on. I know. Yes, USA. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Those of you who are interested in Commodore Sam's shirt and you live in the USA, what I need you to do, and I'll go back and do a random thing here at the end of the show. I'll figure out how I'm going to do it, but I want you all right now, if you're interested in Commodore Sam's shirt, now that alone, I mean, the shirt off of Commodore Sam's back, it's got to be worth a whole $1.50 right there, right? So if you're interested, and he promised me, no, he hasn't promised me, but Commodore Sam, I assume you've not worn it. Now I know that would take it up to like $250 if you put it on, and people would love that, but I'm pretty sure you're not going to wear it. So it's an unworn from the founders. Commodore Sam is going to give it to one of our viewers tonight in the United States. I need you to, in chat, put the reason why you deserve the shirt. All right, you got it? You with me? You got to go down there in chat. You want a free shirt. Commodore Sam's going to do it. Commodore Sam, I'll reimburse your shipping if you need help with that. Happy to do that. So you have to tell me why you need the shirt. The most creative, and again, you have to be in the US, the most creative reason why somebody needs that shirt, and it'll be just me. Commodore Sam, well, I guess Commodore Sam could help us pick. Commodore Sam, if you'd like that opportunity to pick, I'll let you do that. So you just let me know in chat if you'd like to have that opportunity. But it's better be creative, because he's not going to just send it to anybody. He's going to send it to the most creative chat Why You Deserve Commodore Sam's Commodore 64 Ultimate Founders T-shirt. Whew, that's a lot. Boy, you just made this chat, you just made this live stream a whole lot more fun. I feel like I should give one of mine away. I think I'll save mine for a later time, maybe. All right, so all outstanding. Yes, free stuff does rock, Mr. Landfill. I agree. Oozing nostalgia, says Jerry. I was in the hardware lab Christmas of '85. Wow, very cool, Bill. And so in Christmas of '85, was there actually a tree up? That's what we all want to know, Bill. You were in the lab on Christmas. Was there a tree? That's the question for Bill Hurd tonight. Bill's, again, for those of you who may not know, Bill Hurd is in chat with us. Yeah. Oh, by the way, and we'll talk about, well, I'll save it for later. Be sure to sign it first. Yeah, Commodore Sam, you have to sign it first. There you go. Cutie Honey wants your signature on it. Someone besides me deserves it, Mr. Oh, come on, Mr. Landfill. You get in there. Get on it. Come on. You pick the most creative. Okay, so guys, get the posting. I'm not seeing anybody who wants that free shirt yet. Let's go. Get the posting. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go get the ultimate. Hold on. All right, back to the box. And let's see what we have inside. We have, let's see, let's do this. Let's just pull it out first here. Let's do this and see what's underneath first. Let me put this over to the side. Stay, don't go anywhere. All right, here's what we have inside underneath the computer. Oh, here it is. Here's that user's guide everybody has just talked about and loved. Let's go ahead and get in here. And again, Dan Sanderson was, I think, the primary on this. I think there are some other folks who contributed. I don't think Dan's here tonight. I know Dan may be home with his founders. He told me that, or actually posted in the Mega 65 Discord that he has his. So here it is. Let's check it out, shall we? As we like to do on the channel. Oh my goodness. This reminds me a lot of the Mega 65 manual too. It's got the same kind of style, look. They probably use the same process for putting it together. It is, I think, probably done using LaTeX or latex, whichever you prefer, latex, and then they render it out and they send it to the printer. So and I love this because it has, obviously, it's not just a recreation of the Commodore 64 manual. It actually adds the instructions for all of the firmware upgrades and the firmware features. So that's all in there too. This is beautiful. Now, the question is, do they have some basic programs that you can try? Yes, they do. Check it out. So here's simulated dice roll with arrays. Hey, Bill, who wrote the original C64 manual? Any ideas who did that and did all these programs in the original? Here's a guessing game. So a lot of fun stuff. Very cool. Look at that. All right, we won't spend a lot of time in the manual, but I did want you to see that. This is gorgeous. You know what? It's got the smells, folks. It definitely has the new manual smell. Wow. Check it out. Very, very nice. Yeah, I may just sit here and just read this tonight and let you all just, no, I won't do that to you, obviously. All right, here we go. Let me put this, I'm going to put this over here. And here is my, now, what am I going to do? Oh, look at this. I love this. Check this out. Here we go. Here is my certificate of authenticity. This certifies that some blank random dude is the owner of 64 commemorative shares in Commodore International Corporate. What? Do I actually own 64 commemorative shares? Oh my goodness. That's going to probably turn up to a whole, what, 3 or 4 cents next month. This is number 7. Oh, I like that. I got number 7. I need to find out what that means. Here's our Commodore logo, and it is signed on the 31st day, July 2025. Look at that. I feel like the movie A Christmas Story, where he gets the, he's doing the secret code thing. That's kind of what this feels like right now. Wow. In witness whereof the said corporation has caused this certificate to be signed by duly authorized officers and to be sealed with the seal of the corporation. That's actually, this, folks, is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. What do y'all think about this? Let me get it up there so you can take a quick look at it. Ooh, there we go. What do you think about it? I think it's pretty cool. Very, very nice. That's fun. I have to admit, that's a lot of fun. All right, let me move the box out of the way here. And I've got stuff strewn everywhere. So let me go ahead and move a few things and get that. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's bring it back over. Here we go. All right, so before we do that though, let me just check, make sure. Love the user's guide. Agreed. Let's see. We lost Martin. What was it? We someone get the D-pad panels. Yes, he's super excited. It looks like the old one. Yes, it does. It smells like the old one too. Love the manual. Is there a matching programmer's reference guide? Good question, Evil J. No, but you can buy the old original and it's still good. That's the cool thing. I don't know if they'll update the programmer's reference guide, but again, I think the cool thing is basic is the same, so the old one just works. So I know on the Mega 65 they have a whole series of manuals, developers guide, programmers guide, all kinds of fun stuff. I don't know if they'll go to that extent, but I am hoping that the new C64 Ultimates will spur a whole new series of new books and guides. Into the Storm. That's it, Bill. That's the name of your book. It took me a minute. Bill Hurd's book is Into the Storm. You got to read that. That's great. Let's see. I knew it would come to me eventually. LOL. He got the golden ticket. I got the golden ticket. There you go. It even has the chicken. It did even have the chicken lips on it, which is very, very cool. The signature has a chicken head. It does, Commodore Sam. Don't roll over that box. Yes, good point. Yeah. Mr. Landfill knows me enough to know that I move around. He's afraid I'm going to roll right over the box. You know what? Yeah, that's a great idea. I'm going to push that away a little bit further. Ooh. Push that. It's way out of the way now. All right. We are good. We want the goodies. I know it's coming. I have a whole stack of Amiga shares. They were handing out at a convention. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right. So let's go ahead and get back to what we're here for. Here it is, guys. Let's see. Welcome to your digital oasis. Look at that. Now, I'm curious. Why? Is that just for funsies or is that actually serving a purpose? I really like this, but yeah, I'm kind of wondering, does that serve a purpose? Is that just kind of, oh, I just moved it and saw the keys, folks. You're in for a pleasant surprise. This is, it's those keys are beautiful. All right, hold that. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. Let me put this somewhere where it doesn't get all goofed up. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, they just got their 0.005 points back for style. All right, let's go ahead and pull this off. Okay, the other question I'm going to ask you guys in chat is, I do a lot of live streams. Do I use this during live streams? Or is this one of those computers I just bought and it's just going to sit in a box and never get used because I'm worried that as I use it, the little keys are going to, lose the lettering and all that kind of stuff. All right. Oh, it's about the, it's interesting. It feels about the same heft as the Commodore 64. I mean, it's very similar. All right, let's see if we can get this off. I'm going to be very protective here. And then we'll go around the box and see what we have. Oh my gosh. Here's the thing too. I didn't think when I first saw it, I thought of gold. I mean, I get why they've got the gold and there was a gold. What was it? There was a gold Commodore 64 for the 1 millionth or something like that. I mean, I understood it, but I said, I don't know, gold. That's why I was in between that and the Starlight. But you know what? It speaks to me. I kind of like it. Let me zoom in here a little bit. Let me go ahead and zoom in I think I can zoom in. Yeah. And just so you don't feel left out, here's what I'm going to do. I want you guys to get really good up and close and personal with this thing. So I have this right here that I am going to get this going here for you. And we are going to let you get a really good look at this thing. I want you to see the details that are on here. All right, get ready to get nauseous. Whoa, check that out, guys. Trying to get you as close to it as I can. Trying to make it so that it feels like you can actually reach out and touch this thing so you can get a chance to see all the details. Got my little close-up camera here. Whoa, let's hear what it sounds like. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, I love the keys. It's interesting, they're mechanical keys, but they still have kind of a Commodore 64 feel and a little bit of a sound, but they're definitely better keys. Wow, that's pretty nice. Let me just get you a little, here's that badge. Check out that badge, folks. Look at that. Have you seen any other video that gets you up this up close and personal with the Commodore 64 Ultimate Founders Edition? I don't think so. Look at that. Oh, look, here we go. Some details right there. This is amazing, isn't it? Vesp Krisk says it looks beautiful, really beautiful, gorgeous. I know. It is pretty amazing. Here we go. We'll zoom out a little bit here and give you that. Let's check around the hood or around the case, shall we? Oh my goodness. Let's just kind of eyeball this a little bit right here. Let me go ahead and straighten this up for you just a little bit. Wow. This is really nice. Mind blown, says Mr. Landfill. All right, now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the side here. Let me go ahead and move it. Going to be very careful here. Here we go. Here's the side, which is where it's looks very much like what we're used to. We've got our two joysticks here. We have a rocker switch here, which is nice, and that's turning it on and off. But also, it serves as, the way I understand it is this. If we push this up, it brings up our firmware menu. So there's our barrel jack setting there. Let's go ahead. There should not be anything on the other side. Let's just, again, want you all just to get this really great experience so that you feel like you're here with me looking at this device. And look, you can see inside. Check that out. Isn't that cool? Right there. Wow. That is outstanding. Now let's look on the back here. I'm being very careful not to, oh, that's beautiful. Now this is really interesting. We have our cartridge port here. It says memory expansion, but as we know, it's a cartridge. As a matter of fact, the ultimate board in here actually gives you your memory expansion already, which is nice. This is our H&L. There's nothing here. Now that's interesting. There is absolutely nothing there. I'm curious why they left that open. I will say that seems just a bit odd to me. Let me move the microphone over here a little bit closer. We do have our RF plug here is what it says, which is really just the audio. Here is our video. This is nice. They did include just the regular video cable too, so that you can plug in a traditional Commodore monitor if you want to do that, or use that port for traditional video. And then of course you have serial, which is your IEC, as we mentioned a little bit earlier today. You can, this is what's great about this. This is one thing I wish the Mega 65 would hurry up and get. You can't, this is the cassette port. So you can connect a data set to this if you want to do that. And I do have a couple of data sets that have not been used. I need to clean them up, and I do want to try that at some point. Now this is where it gets a little different right here. And I'm going to bring this down just a little bit so that you can see it. Let me move that up just a little bit. There we go. And you can see right here, we have our HDMI. We do have Ethernet. Now I do have an Ethernet plug back here. We might put that in. And then we have two USB ports right there. And that's where your user port used to be, but now these are your user ports, right? There's no user port. Those are your user ports right there. So pretty cool. So tell me what you think about all of this in chat. And I'll come back to chat here in just a minute. We're going to look on the bottom next. All right. Now to look on the bottom, I'm going to do this a little bit differently here. I'm going to flip this up and let's see. Oh, this is nice. So the badge, and I don't know if this is unique to the Founders Edition, but it's a hologram with the Commodore logo. See that? Very cool. And there's my number, 1384. And there's all the signatures right there, folks. There they are. You can see them, which is what makes the Founders Edition and Starlight nice, is you can actually see the signatures on the back. Let's see, we got Sharpender. It's hard to read some. Bill, are you on there? I don't see Bill's name. I don't know if Chuck is on there. Chuck Peddle. Again, I can't read those. If you can read those, put those in chat who you see, and I'll read that. But I'm having a hard time reading that. Maybe it's just John Ferguson. Yeah, some of these names, not entirely sure, but very cool. And there's my quality seal. You can see that right here. And of course we have our little feet on the bottom, and those are nice. They don't feel like they're going to expire anytime soon. Very cool. You guys want to see the back a little bit larger? Here you go. Look at that. We'll just take a minute to ooh and ah one more time. Very cool. All right, let me go ahead and set this down carefully, and then I'm going to turn it around. Oh, shoot. Of course. Let me go ahead and do it. Sounds like a Commodore when you drop it. There you go. It sounds like a Commodore 64 when you drop it. And just one more chance for you to glimmer at it before. You know what? I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and let's go ahead and do the top view for you. I'm going to put the camera, the close-up camera back up over here. All right, and let me go ahead and set this back up here. And let's go ahead and plug in a few things because we are going to turn it on. So the first thing we're going to need to do is plug in our HDMI. And this is going to go to, again, my capture card. So that'll go in the, what did we say that was? The user port right here. There we go. Got that plugged in there. I do have a network cable, so hey, why not? Let's go ahead and plug in our network cable. What I don't know, though, is does it have Wi-Fi too? I don't know. I don't remember. I have not read that far yet. So maybe we'll find out when we get in there. But since we have a network port, we may as well just plug it in, right? So let's do that. Let's get this so you can see it right here. Oh, that's nice. Because once we power it on, I want you to see the lights. All right, the next thing we need to do is apply power. Now, I have a little plug back here. Hopefully I can plug this in. But first I need to pull out a little bit of this. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm not going to unwrap it all. It looks like a very long cable, which is really nice. I'm glad it's got a really long cable. That's cool. And this should be enough. Yeah, that should be enough to get me there. Let's do one more just in case. There we go. Perfect. And we'll put that back on. We'll be coming back to chat here in just a minute. So if you have a question or something that you want, and by the way, don't forget, Commodore Sam is giving away one of his Founders Editions t-shirts to a USA watcher who has the best chat why they deserve the shirt. So make sure you put that down in the chat down below and we will select that a little bit later. All right. This gets plugged into the side as it should because it's a Commodore. And now I'm going to plug this in. Hold on, I got to look under here. Let's hope I don't mess something up. All right, I've got to go around. Hang on just a second, and I know you all have been waiting for it, so hold on. Be right back. I have just one too many plugs over here. Hold on, I had to unplug something, and now we can get that plugged in. There we go, now we're plugged in. All right. And we're back. And we're back. There we go. There we go. Now it's all plugged in. All right, let's see what's going on in chat before we turn it on, see what's going on. And plus I need something to drink. My mouth is a little parched. Let's see. Oh, there's been a lot of stuff. Gold member voice. I love that. Gold. OG color for me. Good for you, Old Five. Good. And thanks for joining the live stream tonight. Really appreciate it. Is it March yet? Not quite. We're getting there. It's a real clone case from OG one. Yes, it is. It looks really good. What about keyboard flex? Yeah, there's no flex. They, for this one, there was the same problem that the Starlight had in the Founders. It's one of the reasons that the Founders did not get to the Founders early because they wanted to fix that. And it feels like that has been fixed. I mean, I'm not seeing any kind of flex, if I can get here, on the keyboard at all. I mean, you can see it's pretty rock solid. So it looks like they were able to get that corrected before they got them shipped. So I really appreciate that they did that. I think that was important. This is fun. I like gold. Good, Martin. I'm having a blast too. I'd like to win the shirt to give it to my 80-year-old dad. He's responsible for pushing me to get my amateur radio license. He gave me his old, and I'm not an amateur guy, so sorry, and told me to get it back on the air. I love that. I love that one. Isn't it amazing that the DIN plug standard has survived at least since extremely early 80s? Yes, it is. You pick something up today in an electronic store and within a year, it's obsolete and not available anymore. You're right. You should be able to put an original C64 board in it. Yeah, I think that's right. Yes, the space was for a switch on the original. Oh, the open space. Yes. Thank MIDI for keeping Dan alive. No doubt. I have a MIDI keyboard. Yes. Bottom is where it's at. You're talking about the computer, not mine, right, Bill? Let's just be clear. All right. Let's see. You can get MIDI cables, which work fine as serial cables. Yes. As a matter of fact, at Amazon is a lot of times when I'm doing projects, I link to that at Amazon, get those cables so that you can get those. Regular guy from On3. Oh, I got it. Okay. That empty port is there because those cases were made from the original Commodore 64 molds, not from a new mold. I did not know that, Jerry. That's amazing. Well, that's pretty cool. So they actually got access to the original molds. No wonder they're just like spot on accurate. I did not know that. That's my contribution. I helped round up the names. Oh, outstanding. Perfect. Signature showing Commodore logo. Yeah. Vanity. I love that. Let's see. I'm going to have to skip. Sorry. No, I made sure my name is not on there. Gotcha. I don't know. Though I didn't realize they were in a chicken head. Yeah, I didn't either. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Not too shabby. Bill Hurd, if they do a C128 Ultimate, it has to, yes, if they do a 128 Ultimate, it would have to be on there. Again, I'm just curious to see what their next act is, right? What do you do after this? You got a lot of excitement. You got a lot of things going on. Is it another recreation of already an existing thing, or do you go something different? And again, I'm very fond of the Mega 65. I have no insider information whatsoever. Please don't even think I do, but I would love if the Mega 65 could join the Commodore fold, bring that price down. And then we have the 64 and the 65 and people have options because I love, as you all know, if you don't know, I spend a lot of time with the Mega 65 on my channel. As a matter of fact, whenever I demo Commodore 64 things, it's typically on my Mega 65 because it has IEC ports, all the same stuff. Now I may be using this a little bit more, but we'll see. So I'm leaving it on this so that you can see this more. Man, I want this. I know. Like the video, guys. Oh, good. Thank you. Like that. Virtual array of 128 processors by 128 processors. Oh, there you go. That's interesting. Those gold keys have me second guessing actually using it for any length of time. There you go. That's kind of what I meant. That's Albert's actual signature on the bottom. Perfect. Wow. BBS. Oh no. LOL. Dread says we're lagging. I hope you're not lagging. Let me know if anybody else is experiencing that, but everything looks good. I'm showing good stream health here. Chat amongst yourselves. I love it. Woot, I just joined. Hey, Dan, we were just looking at the manual. You missed it, man. Dan Sanderson is in the chat. Good to have you here, Dan. Dan helped with the manual. Man, we got two luminaries. We got Dan, we got Bill Hurd. Who else is going to pop into this chat? It's good. And Dan got his yesterday. Yes. I was telling them that, actually, Dan, that you got yours yesterday and shared that on the Discord. Bill's unfortunately got to jump, but whenever everyone see the names on the bottom, they include the early and late C64 guys, including Japan and California and KOP. Good to have you here, Bill. Thanks so much for joining. Really appreciated you being here. And I'll see you in the Discord. All right. ID Photo Man, the manual is amazing. I was lucky enough to be one of the beta testers, and it was really fun to give feedback on the manual. Oh, well, so you've worked with Dan, probably. That's very cool. Let's see any... I know we want to get back to this, and I've got one more thing I need to do before we turn it on, but you can power this with USB-C. You could just make a male DC 5.5 millimeter adapter. Amazon, there you go. Everybody capture the part number right there, and you can make your own. You know, there's other modern computer or other recreations, or not other recreations, other old original computers that they've made mods for that for too. You're right. 100% with the Mega 65 getting the chicken lips treatment. Absolutely, Desert Blizzard. They do not own the Amiga trademarks yet. And I'm glad you put yet, because I feel like they're working on that. And I think Amiga needs to come back to the fold too. Now that could be really interesting. I'm an 8-bit at fan heart. My heart's with 8 bits. I do have an Amiga and had an Amiga 500, but for this channel, I love the 8-bit stuff. Thinking about popping the board and putting in a C64C case. Put those gold keys on display. That could be really interesting. All right, very cool. Last thing I want to do before we turn it on is I need to do this thing that I always do about this time in a live stream, and that is promote the channel. So y'all can, if you're not interested in this, you can just go to sleep, get you a gold liquid or whatever. But if this is your first time here, hey, check out all the stuff down below for me. You can become a member of the retroCombs channel. And that gets you all kinds of fun things. But the most important thing today that I'm going to talk about is that gets you access to the retroCombs Discord. And let me tell you why I love the retroCombs Discord is we have channels for all the Commodore computers. Mega 65's got a lot of chatter. We talk about 3D printing. We got car guys in there. It's a great place to hang out. It's where this chat happens 24/7. And then I'll tell you this, Bill Hurd's in our Discord too. He pops in every once in a while. As a matter of fact, he was in here telling us that he was hoping to log in today. So we have some luminaries in there as well. So you're going to want to do that. You can get in my Discord by joining the channel down below at the VIC 20 level. Yes, no, Commodore or Pet, no, yes, VIC 20 level. So, and when you do that, you'll get access to the Discord. Now you may need to email me retrocombs@icloud.com if you can't get access to the Discord, but we'll get you in there. And it is just the best group of guys. Evil J is there on a regular basis. Evil J has a project going 24/7, I feel. So if you're really enjoying the chat, that's where it's at. And then lastly, what I will say is don't forget, you have super chats down below during the live stream. If you want to support the channel that way, you don't want to be a member, but maybe you just appreciate me sharing the Commodore 64 Ultimate Founders Edition, you want to help me recoup my money for that, you can send a thanks down below or a super chat, and that helps support the channel. All the proceeds go to the channel to bring more stuff. So that's the deal I made with a lovely accountant, AKA my wife. You know, all the money here goes back into the hobby and back into the channel so we don't dip into anything upstairs. So there you go. There is my PBS raise money thing. How about that? So there's all the different ways you can support the channel. Let's turn this bad boy on. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to flip the switch. So I'm going to go quickly. I'm going to flip the switch so we can see what this looks like, but then I want to see what it looks. Well, man, this is tough. I'll tell you what, we can do this anytime. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to this screen. I want you to see what it looks like when you turn it on for the very first time. Oh, here we go. And those of you who've been on my live stream know that this could either go or this could not. So I'm going to flip the switch. Something happened. Oh, it sound. Oh, that was so cool. Oh my goodness. Check it out, folks. It lit up. Look at that. And I'm pretty sure you couldn't hear it, but there's a little disk drive sound like a 1541 turning on. And I don't know how I'm going to get that sound. I'll see if I can do that for you. But that was really cool. Let me grab my remote here. Let's go back to the screen here, and I'm going to, I can fix this. Hold on. I can fix this. There you go. Then that'll bring it up to our 4:3 instead of our 16:9. For those of you, if you're watching on the shorts, everything's going to be a little squished. You're going to be missing. So if you're watching on YouTube Shorts, pop on over here to the big channel, the full channel, and you can see everything at full width. So it's just the thing about shorts that's going on, right? So this is cool. Commodore 64 Basic V2 64K. Now, the bad news is I did no preparation whatsoever, so I don't even know how this thing works. There's no drive connected. I do believe that we hit the button once, and that takes us to our menu. There we go. So that's how that works. And then we can use our cursor keys right here to move through the menus. And I think it also uses WASD as well as what I saw in there. So let's see if that's the case. So let's go back to our screen here. So I'm hitting S, and that is moving down. There we go. Oh, I love the sound of that. So here's our disk file browser. Here's our CommoServe file search. This is the online tool, my understanding, so that you can search for games and programs. We may hit that. Here's our memory and ROMs. We do have a turbo boost. Here's our video setup, our audio setup, joystick and controls. You know, I didn't even grab a joystick. I will need to grab a joystick. Here's our LED lighting. Maybe we might play with that for a minute. Here's our network services and time zone, wired network. There it is, Wi-Fi. I asked a little bit earlier, does it have Wi-Fi? And it does. So, but we're plugged in. So the good news is I don't have to go through a Wi-Fi connection process, possibly expose my secret sensitive Wi-Fi password to all of you. So here is modems. I'm not sure what that works. Here's printers. I believe we can actually print to modern printers, something like that, I think. Here's our user interface. That's interesting. I want to see that. Built-in drive A, drive B, and system information. Now, I think probably what we want to do, just so that we get full kind of opportunities here, let's go ahead and plug this in. It's just, I just love that. All right. And we're going to pull out the USB. I'm going to plug this into one of the USB ports. So bear with me here just a minute here. Let me move this back out of my face so I don't hit it. And we're going to go, let me show you what I'm doing here. We're going to plug it. See, this is the problem. This thing is so big. I'm going to have to move stuff out of the way just to plug this thing in. Hold on. And of course, it's going to go the other way. There we go. And you can see the little access light right there. There we go. All right. So we have something's going on. Something just happened. Now let me go ahead and move this back up here so get there where you want it. Let's go back into here. Now we should be able to, let's go down to, it says built-in drive A. I think that's the one, I believe that's the one I chose. Let's see what happens here. Let's go down here and just see what we have. It's enabled. Looks like you can set your ROMs for 15. Oh, look, it actually has the ROMs built in, which is really cool. You can do extra RAM. If you want to enable that, you can do that. Let's see what we get here. Oh, yeah, there you go. And that's for the drive, which is interesting. I'm not sure what that does for you, but I'm going to have to check that out. You have freezes in menu. Yes. So very cool there. Let's go ahead and how do we get back? How do we go back? Page up, F5. Okay, let's try that. F3. Oh, F3 page up. Okay, so let's see. So F7 has help. Let's see what happens when we hit help. Here we go. So here's our setup menu. Cursor keys, up, down, left, right, space, select, change, return, increase, page up, page down. Exit is run, stop. Gotcha. So there we go. So then we hit run, stop, and then we can save our changes and we can get out. Okay, gotcha. So there, let's go up to our file browser. And let's see if we can see the contents of our USB. It says USB 1 is ready. Let's pop down there and see if we can see what's on there. All right, there we go. I believe that is, yes, because there's games, there's exclusive, GEOS, swap disks. Here's music. Should we try a little music and see if we can play something? Let's see if we can get something going. Let's do the C64 Grand Tour Challenge. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my headphones on because I'm going to be wanting to hear this and adjust volume for you. So let me go ahead and get this, make sure my retro, it is on. Let's go ahead and crank it up just a little bit there. And let's see what it sounds like. Dual SIDs. What can we have? Up to 4 SIDs in this thing? Is that right? Why is my music playing? Has that been playing the whole time? There we go. See if music, there we go. Yes, music and sound should go over HDMI. That's the goal. Let's check it out and see what happens. Let me get back to my sound here. Here we go. All right. Retro. Okay, everything's turned on. And let's enter. And let's do this. And run disk. And you should be able to hear the clicking. All right, you should hear that. Let me know if you can hear that in chat. I don't know if you guys can, there we go. We'll let go for just a little bit so you can hear it. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to crank it up a little bit for you, so get ready. Yeah, and just to be clear there, Speedbird, you're absolutely right. This is somebody who has not played with this, so this is completely live. First time I've ever used this interface and everything, so you're spot on. Yeah, we'll see. We'll do the lighting effects here in a little bit, too. We're going to hit that as well. So let me go ahead and turn this down just a little bit for you. See if we can figure out how to get out of here. There we go. We hit run stop, and that should take us back to, let's see what happens here. Oh, this is another demo. So run stop takes you to another demo. Let's go ahead and go back to our menu. And then what we're going to do is, let's see. There we go. Let's go back to, yeah. Let's come down to our demos. Let's run a demo. If there's a specific demo that somebody wants to see, you can put the bad apple. We do that all the time. We're not going to do that. Here's the Christmas demo. Let's do something that I am unfamiliar with. Let's try. I don't know anything that's Mark's movements. I don't know that I want to do that. Let's do multiverse. That sounds interesting. Let's go ahead and enter that. Okay, I'm starting to get the hang of this thing. So let's run disk. See what happens. The hat. Okay, got you, Evil J. Does seem to be doing speed loading, which is good. It's not like cycle accurate from a 1541. It's loading it faster, just like the Ultimate cartridge, which I have one of those. I probably should have brought it over here to show that. If you want kind of the same features on an original Commodore 64, you can get the Commodore 64 cartridge, the Ultimate 2L plus L. So here we go. Let's check this out. Hey, Martin, thanks for liking and subscribing. I appreciate you being here tonight. Glad you think it's great. This is pretty good. This is cool. Check this out, guys. Yes, that's it. The Ultimate 2L plus R. Thank you, Speedbird. Dan says, music, multi-SID. The Tuneful 8 is a fun music demo. 8 SIDs. Okay, we'll do that one. Thank you, Dan. Crank that up a little bit for you. You guys you're really putting some great demos in the chat. I'm gonna have to come back and hit those later. Probably don't have time for all of them this evening. But hey, you guys are hanging out with me. As long as you decide you want to hang out with me, we'll keep on doing this thing. All right, let's do the Tuneful 8. 8 SIDs just sounds like something we need to experience today. So the Tuneful 8. Let's see, where is it? Did I read that right? The Tuneful 8 is a fun music demo, 8 SIDs, music. Okay, multi-SID, gotcha. Music, multi-SID. Let me go back here. Music. Enter, multi-SID, there we go. And enter, and there it is, Tuneful 8. Thanks for those directions, Dan. Dan's been on my stream enough to know that he needs to tell me specifically what to do. Here we go. 8 SIDs, folks. 8 SIDs from your Commodore 64 Ultimate Founders Edition. Here we go. Let's hear what 8 SIDs sounds like. Way to go, cutie honey. I should make somebody go to Taco Bell so I can keep watching. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Thanks. Oh, very cool. When's the music start? Here it comes. I don't think it's supposed to sound like this. Is it? That doesn't sound good. What'd I do? Interesting. That is not right. It's not. No, it's not supposed to sound that way. That's really odd. Do you think I need to reboot it? Could that possibly be? Let's reboot it and see what happens. Let's try. Yeah, that's weird. It says 8 SIDs required, stereo address. You need to run this. Oh, I need to run the config first. Oh, thank you for that. Good deal. Thank you. All right, let's do that first. Let's run our config. There we go. Okay, good. Good catch, everybody. Thank you for that. And this is why I love my chat room. They take care of me. Make sure I'm doing things the right way. So thank you for that. All right, let's do that. And then people watching this, if they have the same issue, the great news is they'll figure it out just like we did. All right, here, let's try this, 8 SIDs. So be sure to look in your directories for those config files. Some of these may need that. There we go. Get ready, guys. I'll turn it up a little bit for you. Oh my. Those are reproduced SIDs. Those are not, there are no real SIDs in this, although you can add real SIDs to this if you want to do that. And I'm not pulling it apart to show you how to do that either. Ulti-SID, there you go, ID Photo Man, thank you for that. That is amazing. I don't know if you have headphones or what you're listening through this through, but amazing. Here's my favorite comment of the night coming up. We're going to do this next. LED lighting mode, SID music. Can I turn that on while this is going on? Let's see. Oh, don't like that. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can catch it. There we go. Let me do this while I am, let's see if we can turn, I can turn that down for you. Hold on. And then, let's see, let's go back. LED lighting. Let's see. What did you say, Dan? Let's see. LED. I saw that in chat. Where was it? Mode SID music. Okay, mode and SID music. There it is. All right. Now we've done that. Now we're going to go back here. Oh my goodness. Here you go, guys. And let me get your sound back. Hold on. There you go. There's your light show. Get some dancing going on wherever you are. That even looks good on the shorts feed. Hold on, I'm going to create a view for you here. Hold on. You guys like that view? I'm gonna turn the lights off in the studio. Hold on a second. Let's see if we can get this. All right, guys, that was just a blast. Not gonna lie, that was really cool. Let me go ahead and get back over here. I feel like in this view right here, I feel like I'm a DJ. How cool is this? Let me move this over just a little bit. Hold on a second. I feel like I just do a little DJing right here. Let me go ahead and turn the lights back on too. All right, let's go ahead and close that out right there and come back here. That was really fun. I love that. So I assume that when we're playing games, as long as that's turned on, and that's just staying on constantly. I like that, unless I'm doing something maybe serious with it, but that was just really cool. Let's see what you guys thought about that in chat, and then we'll try a few more things. By the way, if there are things you want to see, what time is it? It is we've only been at it for about we're not even an hour and a half in. I'm just thinking about 2 hours, so we've got plenty of time. If you've got something you want to see, put it in chat. We'll try and figure it out. We do have some folks here who know what they're doing. Again, I've not ever used this thing, so a lot of this is the kind of experience that a lot of people are going to have the first time they take it out of the box and not read the manual, because that's just something I don't do. I don't read the manual. I will, but not during live streams. I like to see kind of what it's like whenever I first turn it on. So put that down in chat. Let me know what you're interested in seeing. We did that. Okay, good. Yeah, I know. Run the config first. I got that. Okay, real set or reproduction. We talked about that already. It does sound really good. It would, you can just leave that running in the background. Looks really good. Let's see. Sidekick Pico does do that also with the Sidekick C64 cartridge. I don't know. I'm anxious to try a bunch of cartridges in here. Like, you don't need it, but what happens when you plug a fast load cartridge in? Those types of things, right? Yeah, when doing multi-SIDs are going, they don't pause properly when going to the menu. Known issue. Yeah, just that whine, right? Attack, sustain, decay, release. There you go, Evil J. That's good. Dance Center, don't tell everyone that. We'll drive up SID prices. Yes, for sure. Prices are up on real SID. Yeah, they are. Through the roof. Good luck getting a good SID. Absolutely. The replacements are getting so good. I wouldn't waste my time with an original that could fail anytime. I'm kind of like you. I don't know that I can tell the difference. I have really good hearing, I will say, but I don't know that I could tell the difference. Maybe there is. Maybe some people in here will tell us that there is. Looks great, but I'm glad I got the beige one. I think my eyes would go crazy. So Stuart, again, I was torn between the Starlight and this. I think Starlight would be more colorful. The problem with the gold is it's muting some of the colors that are coming through, but still it's pretty cool. And it's the Founders Edition and it's mine. But you know, if you're just looking for that little extra, I was wondering why people would want the clear and the gold, but now I get it. And that's why you're paying a little bit more for those lights in there. So I kind of prefer this. I have an original beige. I like this just to get that little extra feature. So I kind of like that. FPGA SID is simply amazing. I've not heard of that one. I've checked that one out. Loving the light show, sure thing. Commodore needs to re-release the piano key overlay. You know, and Christian really loved that piano key overlay. I wouldn't be surprised if that might not be a product from him or somebody else for sure. DJ retroCombs in the house. Thank you, PC Expert. Waka waka, right? Yeah, not that. Let's see. Oh, I remember the first time I listened to the C64 drum. It sounds like a TR-303. I'm going to skip down a little bit. You guys, Daft Combs. Yeah, thanks, Greg. Daft Combs. Yeah, I'm daft, all right. But not the way that you're saying it. Let's see. I love that that it has a real FTP server built in. Yeah, I've got to explore that too. Again, we don't have enough time to do everything here, right? We're just opening it, turning it on. I plan on doing a lot more with this computer. So again, hit subscribe, all that business down, because I'll be doing more videos with this device. I want to learn more about that firmware menu and spend more time in there. I am thinking about, for those of you who are new to the channel, I've done complete user's guide series for the Mega 65 and the Commodore Plus 4 C16. Who knows? Maybe I'll spend time and do a video on every single chapter in the new C64 manual if that's something anybody wants. Let me know down in the chat, or if you're watching later in the comments, let me know. Growing up with a group with group Cracktoes, the 6581 R3 is what sounds right to me. Real analog to SIDs do make a difference. That's what people say. That's what I don't know that I can tell though, PC Expert. Commodore Sam, you can almost duplicate a Starlight, but it's not easy to duplicate if found. Oh, very good. Good catch. Itching for a scratch. Waka waka. There we go. All right, let's get back in here and see what we have. All right, let me go ahead and let's go back here. Save change. I'm going to go ahead and save those changes. Yeah. And they'll just be on. Let's, and I don't know if anybody's listed anything else. So it looks like we're going to go up here. Let's go back to the disk file browser. I do want to come in here and let's check out some of the games that they have on here. NTSC, what am I set on? It should be, let's do this way. We don't have to worry about it. And I need a joystick. So let me grab one here. Hold on. Let's get the Competition Pro. There we go. Got the Competition Pro here. We're going to hook up the Competition Pro joystick to our brand new Commodore. I almost said Mega 65. Our new Commodore 64 Ultimate. And again, I never had a Commodore 64. This is my first Commodore 64 out of the box. I went from a VIC-20 to a 128. All right. Plug it into joystick port 2. I assume there's a way to swap the joystick port on here as well as you can do on the Mega and other things. Here we go. Let's put these back on. All right. Let's see. Does anybody have any suggestions for games? Go ahead and take a look, and I'll come through here. Oh, there's Super Bread Box. Let's see what we have. Oh, let's try Starstorm. Yeah, let's try Starstorm. And we're going to hit enter. Let's see how fast it loads. And then we'll get a chance. I love this. This is really fast. And then we'll run the disk. Now, just looking at this menu, remember you can also mount the disk if you want to do that. And then you can view, rename. The nice thing is you can do a lot of the things that you would like to do. Like maybe you want to rename that. Maybe you've got your own files and you want to rename those. You can finally do that on the Commodore and not have to pull it out, go to your computer, rename it, put it back in, and all that business. So that's kind of nice. Again, thank you all for joining me tonight on a Friday night. Happy Valentine's Eve to everybody, and also happy Friday the 13th. So far, Friday the 13th has not snuck up on me. So we're going to let this load for a minute, and then we might actually take a look at the game and see how all that goes together here. Let me go back to this view for you. This one's, oh, I'm sorry, this view. This one's taking a little bit longer to load. Look at that. Interesting. The other demo is kind of loaded just like this. This seems like it's more like cycle accurate, like it's loading from a real 1541. There we go. Turn down these a little bit. Speedbird thinks or says that the demos are smaller files. Yeah, they probably, and then they kind of load, stream load those things too. All right, let's see what we get here. Sounds really good. All right, and don't worry, you're not going to sit here and just watch me play a bunch of games. This is just a game that's on here. If you saw a game you want me to show, this isn't bad. Saw a game that you want me to play, go ahead and put that in chat. This is pretty unexciting. I should have brought my C6. I have a whole disc full of C64 titles. I thought that was going to be like a power-up. But I did not bring it over here. So, all right. So there is that game. Let's see how easy it is to go from one game to the next. And I really need to turn that down probably just a little bit. Was the volume okay for you guys? Let me know. Load some Jiffy DOS in there, says Cutie Honey. Yeah, I'll probably need to do that. Epic's fast. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Let's try that. Let's do that, folks. Here is the Epic's fast loader. Let me turn this off. Let's turn it back on. Let's see if that loads faster with the Epic's fast loader cartridge. I'm kind of curious. How do I turn it off? Let's see. Okay, this is interesting. How do you turn it off? Do I need to read the Dan, how do you turn this thing off? What in the world? I can't, let's see. That's still working. The rocker, I know. I tried the rocker. I held it. I tapped it. I did all kinds of stuff. That goes back. Let's just tap it once. Yep, I tapped it. It's not going off. If I tap and hold it down. There we go. All right, there we go. He just says he has one laying around. Hey, that's just me, right? I always have something laying around. All right, let's go ahead and plug this in. All right, plugging in the fast load cartridge. All right, it's in, folks. Let's see if that game loads just a little bit faster this time, shall we? Let's go ahead and turn it back on. Now, if I remember, there you go, fast load cartridge loaded, so that's good. Typically, let's see, let's go back into here, enter, let's go back into our games, enter, let's go here, and let's enter, and let's go back down to Starstorm and see if it loads a little bit faster, see if it's going to make use of that fast load cartridge, Epic's fast loader. Let's see what we get, guys. I didn't time it, so don't really know. We'll find out here in a minute if we think. Don't think it's working, says Speedbird. Or add the extension. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's fast loading much. Should say, well, oh yeah, you're right, because it rebooted when it's tried to run it. It didn't come up. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Let me show you what we're talking about here. Let me hit run stop here. If I turn this back on, is there a way to? Yeah, you need to mount the disk and not run it. Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Thanks for putting that in chat. Let me turn it back on. Because when I turn it back on, watch what happens. See, it's loaded. You can see fast load. So now let's do this the right way. There we go. Let's see. Again, we're all learning here. Let's go back here. Let's go to our disk file browser. Let's go to USB 1. Let's enter. Let's go to games. I really like this WASD. This is so much better than the keyboard or the cursor keys. Starstorm and enter. And then we want this one. And then we are going to mount the disk. Okay, so now we're mounted. So now we can load. Oops. Whoa. First time using the keyboard. Wow. Gotta get used to that. All right, let's see what happens. There we go. That was much faster. There you go, guys. That's the way you do it right there. All right. So if you want to use your fast load cartridge, remember you need to mount it and then use your traditional commands. So good to know so that we have that. All right, let's go back here. And let's do one more game, folks. Let's go kind of come back here. Let's I don't know if anybody has a recommendation. Let me see if anybody's had a recommendation for anything here. I don't see. So PC Expert says, love the long form format. It is long for sure, PC Expert. So let's try, what's Robot Jet Action? That sounds kind of fun. Or let's see, here's Tiger Claw, Timo's Castle, Tiny Harvest. Oh, Yumph is pretty good. Let's play that. So let's enter. Let's go ahead and, oh, this is a cartridge. Oh, I love this. This will load almost instantaneous. Let's watch it. Now, interestingly, I have a cartridge in. Let's see what happens. It worked. Check that out. So even with a cartridge in, it overrides the cartridge that's in there with its .crt file. Very cool. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's a very difficult game. I'm really horrible at it, but I think it's a really good example. I'll go ahead and turn up the volume just a little bit here. Let's go ahead and start game. Level 1, get ready. Get ready to lose, retroCombs. Here we go. We've had a consistent 50 folks watching the stream. I really appreciate all of you joining me tonight on this Friday night live stream. It's been a blast spending time with you for sure. And again, I typically do these every other Sunday. So if you like this live stream, it's usually about 2 o'clock Eastern time. So hit that subscribe button down there, hit those alerts so that you know when I'm live. And don't forget, you can join the channel and join my Discord. And I just messed up. I was doing so well, but you can join my Discord and you can learn more about what's happening behind the scenes with my channel. I also do prepared videos, by the way. I just did a prepared video on the wonderful new Roguecraft DX for the Mega 65. If you want to see something really cool on an 8-bit computer, check out my last video on Roguecraft DX for the Mega 65. That was a prepared video. So a little shorter. I think it's only about 8 minutes. So feel free to check that out too. And if you like modern tech, like this Mayano microphone, oh, I forgot to hit the button. I also have another channel, retroCombs Dash Tech, where I cover more modern stuff. So if you're interested in the stuff I use on a regular basis, that stuff's over there. We'll do one more level here, and then we'll try another game. Looks like you guys are doing some suggestions. Oh, that was fun. I was over here looking at suggestions. PC Expert. PC Expert. Let's see. What did you just do? PC Expert. I'm going to die here. Here we go. PC Expert just in a super chat. Great content. Look forward to seeing everyone at VCF Midwest. Good to see you too. Thank you so much, PC Expert, for the wonderful super chat. Really appreciate that. And let me get that up here on the screen so you guys can see that. Thank you so much, PC Expert. Really appreciate, again, the super chat. And it's good to have you as a channel supporter and subscriber. Anybody else want to join for a super chat? Don't forget you can do that. And we will be highlighting those. Watching from the UK, happy Valentine's Day. Yes, it is already Valentine's Day your way. Happy Valentine's Day Eve for everybody else. Let's see. Gideon did a heck of a job with this board. Yes, he did. Let's go ahead and put this up here. There was a recommendation for a game. Where did I see that? Looks like it was, let me see if I can find it. Oh, Raid on Bungling Bay was impressive back in the day. Let's check it out. Is it on here? Did you see that? Raid on Bungling Bay. I'm not seeing that on here. Did you see that somewhere? Or Evil J, were you just saying, hey, check that out? I do want to check out this one. Let's do this Aviator Arcade 1 and 2 first. That could be interesting. And what we'll need to do is enter that. And that's a cartridge. Very cool. We'll go ahead and run the cartridge instead of the disc because that'll load immediately. And let's run our cartridge. Let's see what we've got going here. Montezuma's Revenge. There it is. And loading pick, main game, bonus game. Let's do main game. I have to say, this sounds so good. So good. Highly recommend you figure out how to put headphones on when you're playing this thing, because the sound is so much better. I'm sure a couple of speakers would be nice too. I was just commenting. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Appreciate it. Evil J's been around long enough to know that I don't get to see every single chat, so sometimes I miss the context of chats. So thank you for that. Unknown mercenary forces attack Suburbia. Wow, this is really good. Hey, Mr. Landfill, thank you so much. You've got another super chat. I want to thank Mr. Landfill. I don't think super chat is working. Will someone else try and tell me if it worked for you? Love it. Mr. Landfill knows how to work the super chat. That is for sure. Let's go ahead and do this right here. That's hilarious. Oh, I like this. I got to quit looking at chat while I'm playing this game, though. Oh, this is fun. This is right up my alley. I love these types of games right here. Let me get the super chat up here. I love this. Mr. Landfill, thank you so much for that super chat. Again, you and PC Expert are just great supporters of the channel. Appreciate it. Yeah, somebody else test that super chat. See if it's working. Mr. Landfill doesn't think it's working. Love it. All right. All right. Hey, this I like this. Sounds good. Plays well, especially with the Competition Pro joystick. My 61-year-old reflexes are actually doing pretty good right now. Oh, I thought I was going to get killed on that one. I wonder, now I'm asking myself, oh no, it wasn't. I thought maybe Infinite Lives was turned on because I was doing so well. So there you go. We'll do one more level of this. And in chat, those of you watching, and if you're watching and not in chat, please pop into chat and tell me what you want to see next. I think I want to go back to the menu and see what other menu items we have. We might try and go online to CommoServe. I think that could be fun. So if you're interested in that, put that in chat too. I know I'm talking a lot, but it's what I do during live streams. So try to keep you all engaged and try not to die playing these games. All right, this is where I got nailed last time. Let's see if I can clean up a little bit here. There we go. And my hand's starting to hurt, not gonna lie. Are there no bosses in this game? I thought there might be a boss in this game. Oh my goodness. It's getting serious. Oh, there it is. All right. So that was a fun game. So really like that. Very, very cool. All right, let's see what's going on. Oh, wait, we got a test. Oh, where is it? Ubelli just tested for us. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat once again. It looks like it's working. Mr. Landfill does look like Ubelli has verified that super chat is working. Now, we don't know if it's still working all the time or not. I mean, it could be broken now. If anybody wants to test it again, feel free to do that. But thank you guys so much. I really appreciate the super chats. Again, the super chats are important for the channel, helps fund so that I can bring these things like this to you. So thank you so much. And I know the lovely account more than anyone appreciates this, so that, again, I'm not dipping into our main account, especially as I get closer to retirement for these types of things. So I love it. Yeah, Swedish Krona. Nice. Very cool. Thank you for that. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Let me go ahead and do a couple of things here. Do a CommoServe search for Jupiter. That'll bring up Commodore's new software release, Jupiter Lander 2, which we saw on the website that we could actually download, but this is even a better way. Let's do that now before I lose this. So we're going to go back in. We're going to come into CommoServe. So I need to go back. If I remember, that was back here early in the menu. There it is right there. We're going to go. Now, I am plugged into the network. Let's see if it, says connected. You agree you have necessary license or rights to download any software. I better just do Jupiter then, right? So let's type in, can I type in name? Let's Jupiter and hit enter. I guess we come down here to submit next. Yeah, there we go. Submit. Oh, there it is. It's working. Check that out, folks. So and this is why I'm excited. All I did was plug in my network cable. Boom. It was ready to go. So I love that it's that simple. So that's really cool. Let's load this bad boy up. Let's see how fast it loads. I'm going to hit enter or return, I guess I should say. Now it does say run this. See, I like that. This says run this first. I love that. So now we know to run the config first. retroCombs learns from his mistakes. Also like that there are instructions. Let's check out. This is the new Jupiter Lander 2 that they created for the Commodore 64 Ultimate. Runs on all of them, not just the Founders Edition, obviously. Let's load our settings. Okay, those are loaded. Curious what those settings were. Maybe one day I'll explore those. And then let's run this cartridge, which is super cool. Let's do that. And let's run cart. Here we go. What's going on in chat? Oh my goodness. PC Expert says, what? What's PC Expert doing? He's saying, I'll match all super chats for $1 for the next 5 minutes. Man, you rock, Super PC Expert. Did you guys see that? Anybody? You guys take PC Expert down. Take him down. You know you want to. Get in there. Take PC. I feel bad. I feel like I'm taking money out of his wallet. So, hey, thank you so much for that, PC Expert. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm not using your real name because I'm not sure you want it out there. I know who PC Expert is, but I'm not using his real name because I don't want to give that away in case he doesn't want to. Don't forget to read the instructions. Oh, see, I didn't read the instructions. So we're just going to see how it goes. Speedbird, are you on everything C64 Discord? Oh, okay. So you guys got a thing going on. No, sadly, I will do. Okay. So you guys got something going on. Let's see what this looks like. Again, I love this. This looks good. Oh, wow. Let's just take a listen there. Hey, Commodore Sam. Commodore Sam in the Super Chat Challenge. I'm sorry, PC Expert. You did this to yourself. By the way, Commodore Sam, do we have somebody for the t-shirt yet? I'm leaning towards the comment above. I can't remember his name, the ham operator. But I think that would be cool. So we'll figure this out towards the end here, but you need to do that. So Commodore Sam, thank you so much for the super chat again, challenging PC Expert up here. So very cool that you guys are supporting the channel like that tonight. Thank you so much for that. You should copy to flash so you can run it again from flash memory. Yes. If I knew how to do that, I would do that. We need a new version, rewrite of International Soccer. That could be fun. All right, let's see what we have. Oh no, Mr. Landfield's up for $1. We got another $1 for Mr. Now we're finding my gamblers out there, right? Let's go ahead and press fire. Let's see what we get here. Enter level code. Oh, is that why I need? Let's just see if I can do. There we go. We're going to go to the first level. So this is really good. I like this. Okay, here we go. I don't know that I was ever very good at Jupiter Lander. By the way, how's the balance on the sound? Is the game overriding the audio? Is everything seem pretty good? Here we go. Wow, this is beautiful. Look at this. I was always bad at this. Yep, let's try this again. I've got to get used. I'm going to have to get just a little bit more used to the. Oh, too much. I never know exactly what. You know, what are we looking for there? Oh, well, okay. Oh, I like that. That's very cute. Very cute. This is much better than the original game and a lot of fun. I love the little extra touches. On the 29th of April, 1994, something strange shook the skies. A blinding flash. Interesting. Frustrating game. I don't think it is. It's just me. It's like all those Lander games. You just have to understand the physics for that particular game, and then it gets better. Looks like it could do normal. You can change gravity and some other things. Oh, I see. That changes on different levels. Okay. Let's see if I can at least land. I want to get at least a land here. And the competition joystick makes that a little. There we go. Boom. Now on to the next one. Whoa. Anyway, that was close. Okay, so that's pretty fun. That's good. Let's go back to CommoServe and see what other things we have available. Here's the instructions. Let's see how, I'm curious what's the text file looks like on the screen when we load it up. Let's see. Oh, actually, it's not loading on the screen. That's interesting. I would have thought you can't read the instructions. What's that about? Interesting. So that did not work. Let's go back here. I'm not sure what games. Is there a way to browse games? Let's see, F7. Let's see what it says. Quick type, use a keyboard, select title. I don't see a way to actually browse games. So that's kind of interesting. Let's just, let's go back up here and put something in. Wait, a little bit earlier, I believe Evil J recommended a game. I wonder if it might be available here. Let's see if it might be available. What did Evil J recommend? Evil J, what did you recommend earlier? Let me see if I can pull it up in chat. You might be able to type it in faster than I can get to it. Oh, Commodore Sam has fart bombs is on the CommoServe. It's also available on the Meatloafs too. So that's check. What was that game that he recommended? Evil J, help me out. What was the game you recommended? We'll see if it's on there. And while that's going on, look at this. The super chat challenge continues. Look at this. Still working. It is still working. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. Raid on Bungly Bay. Thank you. Let's go ahead and put that in there and see if anything raid pops up. Surely if I just type raid, it'll pull up all the raids, right? I'm gonna have to figure out what these group handles, category, and that type of stuff is for. That could be really interesting. Raid over Germany is all we have. But let's check it out. Let's see what it looks like. And there we go. It's a D64. So we need to mount that so that we can use our fast loader. There we go. And then we'll hit run stop. Should take us back. Oh, that went back to that. How do we reset? I guess I'm gonna have to do this. We'll just go ahead and run disk for now. So we'll do that because we got some stuff in chat I need to do quickly here. Aztec Challenge, if it's still there, that could be a fun one for sure. We could try that. Yeah, Bungling Bay. Oh my gosh, there's a dog that just came down here. Retro Pup is in the house. You guys want to see? Come here, dog. Come here. Come here. Oh, here you go, guys. Retro Pup's in the house. Wants to know what's going on with the Commodore 64 Founders Edition. So Retro Pup making. Oh, look, it's blinking. Check this out, guys. All right, get out of here. Let's give you that dual screen here so you can see that. Raid over Germany. So is this a, this is just a tune, right? This is not a, let me turn the lights off so you can see this a little bit better. This isn't a game. This is a demo, it looks like. Is that what you guys are getting? Desert Blizzard says F3 is a very useful key. Okay, I'll hit that next. We'll try that. With the spears coming at you from both sides, I remember that. Awesome Puppers. Yeah, she's pretty good. I like her. She's a good dog. Yeah, she's my buddy. That's for sure. Yeah, we call her Retro Pup, so that's her name, Retro Pup. All right, looks like this is just a. Let's see what F3 does. Let's go back in here. What does F3 do? F3 is not doing anything for me right now. So over here, if you want to see that kind of glow thing going on again, it kind of paused right there. That's kind of cool, isn't it? That is so cool. Boy, I should do all my live streams just by the glow of the Commodore 64 Ultimate Founders Edition. Don't you guys think? That would be a blast. All right, let's do just a couple more things here. What time is it? I think the lovely accountant let the dog loose to let me know that probably at some point I should close this thing down. So let's see. Speedbird, try straight. No, I'm not going to do that. Joking. I know you are. Thanks for the stream. And at Anderson Tips, waiting for my Founders Edition to arrive to UK. Thank you so much for the super chat, Speedbird. It's good having you here. You've been really just a great resource. So thanks for sharing again with the channel your knowledge of the system and helping me out too. So really want to thank every one of you for the super chats. I can't not thank you enough. Honestly, it's just so fun to have you guys participating and joining the chat this way. So thank you for that. Go back. Oh, here we go. Go back to the main menu, and F3 gives you reset powers. Oh, is that it? Okay, let's do that. I want you guys to see that. So let me go ahead and get off this really cool view here. Let's go back here. We are back here, and then we'll go back to our main menu. So let me go back. Pull up this and then hit F3. And F3 gives you, and F3. I hit F3 here. What am I doing wrong? F3, because I'm back at the main menu, right? There's nothing more. Yeah, there's nothing more there. What am I doing wrong? I believe the opening few seconds of music was from Mooncresta. Oh, I did not know that, Stuart. Good catch. How's the keyboard, by the way? Keyboard is awesome. Keyboard, I love the keyboard. Oh, let me bring, I guess I should bring some lights up here. There we go. Keyboard is super awesome. So really like it. I am not seeing anything with F3. Let me hit F7, see what it says here. F3, page up, page down. I'm not seeing the reboot. F1 on the C64 Ultimate. Let's see. Get out of this. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Sorry, Retro. I think I'm being stupid. I don't think you're being stupid, but I don't think that works on. Oh, here it is. Power and reset. What did I just do? There it is right there. So let me see what I just did. Interesting. Power, built-in drive. Okay, so let me go ahead. We're going to do this. We're going to hit return, power and reset. Reset C64. Okay, now we'll go back to the menu again. Hit F3. What am I doing wrong? It came up and I didn't see what, F1 menu. There we go. It's F1. There we go. It's F1 on here for power and reset. So F1 for those of you who missed it. So F1, yeah, here we go. Somebody's saying right here, F1. Absolutely right there. So F1, yes, got it. So we have built-in drive A. What's built-in drive A? What does that do? Oh, we can turn it off, reset, switch to, oh, there you go. Switch to 1570, 51. Oh, there you go. That's good. Software IEC, that's interesting. We can turn that on. Don't know what that does. This is one I'm really interested in, which is the printer that supposedly we can print, and I think it creates a file on the USB that we can print. I think it's the way that works. So let me go ahead and go back here. Joystick and controllers. I do want to take a quick look at that so you can see that. That's probably where we can swap those. Here's our paddle override. That's really, can I use this? Oh, I can. I can use the joystick now for navigating as well. So we can use the cursor keys, the WASD, or the joystick. Well, that's good. Now I can kick back and do that. That's pretty nice, isn't it? You might be remembering, oh yeah, you guys are talking about that. What are you using for changing camera views? YOLO box? Yes, I do have a YOLO box. I also have a YOLO deck. So I can simply press a button and get there. So that's pretty nice. But yes, I'm using the YOLO box Extreme is what I have in the studio. So that is there. So good, great question. Yeah. Oh yeah, the text. See, F5 is for the ultimate. F5 is for Ultimate 64s. Commodore changed the function keys. Yes, that's true. Oh, there you go. Thanks to everyone who accepted my challenge. I believe that covers my wager. Thank you so much, PC Expert. PC Expert's closed. He's closed out. I would love another super chat, but I'm not expecting PC Expert to yield that, okay, or to cover that. So new super chats, you're on your own, folks, but we appreciate them. Still appreciate them if you want to send them. So keep them up if you want to do that. But thank you, PC Expert, for kind of getting the fun started. Really appreciate it. That was super nice of you. Exactly what Speedbird said. Let's go back in here and do, okay, let's look at this menu. Let's start winding this thing up. Let's see, what do you want to look at? Is there anything you want to see in here? I do want to bring up system information. Here we go. Here's our firmware. Oh, it's got the date. So there is a real-time clock in here. There's an RTC, and that is correct. 259. Yep. Down to the, it's a little off on the seconds. Well, no, it's not, because that's what it was when I pulled it up. So it's fine. And then the build is, as we saw on the website, that should be the right build. Let's see. Let's go over here. The latest firmware is November 11th, and I think that's what we're seeing right here, November 11th. Yeah, there we go. So that's good. Very cool. Okay, let's go back. And then I want to check a couple of these things here. Let's see what turbo boost is. So turbo control, you can change that to on and off, and you can change your CPU speed. Let's see if I did. You can do manual, CU, turbo. So that's a little bit more complicated than I want to mess with. You can change your turbo, your CPU speed. Now this would be cool for GEOS. And you know what? I did see GEOS on here. So GEOS on the C64 running at a higher clock speed would be really nice on this. As a matter of fact, let's see if we can load GEOS here in just a minute. Okay. So remember that. Here's our video setup. So you can see that menu there. If you want to take a look, you can turn your scan lines on or off. They are enabled right now. We disable them. We can do that. I'm going to go leave them on. I like it. You can change your palette definition, which is really nice. A similar device, you can change that palette if you want to do that. Here's our audio setup. Audio mixer, very cool. Won't spend any time in that messing that up. Here's our speaker mixer. Here's your SID socket. So if you are going to use real SIDs, that's where you can do that. Here's your multi-SID configuration. So it does obviously have that in there. We talked about that. We looked at that. Here's that LED lighting again. Again, your modes here are fixed color, rainbow sparkle, or default, or SID music. So let's do rainbow. Yeah, and it's weird because when I do rainbow, of course, it's not going to look rainbow because, well, we've got this gold case. So there's a little bit, just remember, if you get the founders, you're going to miss some of that option or those opportunities for that. Let's do, let's change the pattern to left to right. And let's change, it didn't really change anything. Let's change our color to, well, let's do this. Outward. Yeah, it gets us a little more color, not much. You can kind of see the blue underneath, which is kind of cool. So you can mess with it to get a color scheme that you want. Let's change this to rainbow sparkle. All right, here we go. And let me turn this off here so you can get a good look at it. Let's go back into DJ mode. Here we go. Let's get you this view here so you can see it a little bit. So there you go. So if you just have it sitting without playing, you can do that mode right there, and that'll give you some really fun colors. Move this down just a little bit here. Get you, boom, there we go. Yeah, here's the yellow box stuff over here that you were asking about. All right, so there's that. This is a cool view. Check this out. I like that too. Go ahead and turn my studio lights back on. All right, and let's go back in here and see if there's anything else that catches our space. I'm going to go ahead and put this back on SID music. I really like that on SID music. That's really cool. Here's our network services and time zone. So we can set our time zone, it looks like. Looks like my time zone is Western Europe. Let's fix that. Let's do, it'd be the same as New York. So there we go. So that should set my time the way it should be. So let's go ahead and go back here. Here's our wired set. So if you want to set up Wi-Fi, here's where you can do that right there. Here's our modems. So if you want to set up a modem and sequencing a modem like a BBS, I don't know BBS. I did not try a BBS today. We haven't done that. I probably won't be able to have time to do that today. Here's that printers. So here we go. Here's the printer. It looks like our output goes to, yeah, there we go. So the output type is a PNG black and white on the USB stick that you can take to a printer and then print. Is PNG the only format? Looks like we can do PNG color. That's cool. We can do ASCII and we can do RAW. That would be a lot of fun. And then you can modify your ink density and some other things there. This is really cool. I like this. There's some really interesting things here. Here's our user interface. Here's a freeze. We can overlay on HDMI. What's that do? Oh, interesting. Here's our navigation, color scheme. We could change that to ultimate black. hasn't changed it. I'm not sure when it changes it. Autosave configuration, I'm going to say yes. Multi-copy use it. So I don't, ultimate black, I'm kind of curious. When does it actually change to that? Maybe the next time I go in there, reboot. Maybe we'll reboot the machine and try it. There it is. So as soon as I kind of like that. What do you guys think? I like that. I think I'm going to leave it on that. What do you guys think about that as opposed to, now that I know how to do it, and I'm not sure what this just did. So does that mean that if I go back, I can actually see my menu on top of whatever's playing? That could be interesting. Let's see if that's, there's also this one right here. So there's that one. Oops. Let's put that back on there because I want to see if that does that. Here's 2. Yeah, I don't care for that. And then here's 3. I don't care for that. I'm going to do, I think, guys, I think I like the black. Tell me what you guys think. Do you like the black? I kind of like the black. Yeah, I kind of like the black. I'm going to stick to the black. That's kind of cool. Now, it may be hard for you to see. I guess I should. Yeah, probably for the live stream. Yeah, let's go ahead and leave that. We'll leave that on. It's just the regular one for the live stream. There we go. All right. Okay, and then we have built-in drive, and we've looked at all that. So I think we've looked at everything. I don't think there's anything more to do, but I do want to, let's do one more. I want to check out, you see GEOS is here. So here's the boot disk. I'm curious. I kind of want to try it. Oh, and there's also, I forgot about that. There's its own GUI. I forgot about that. I don't have a mouse. Well, I do have a mouse. I shouldn't say that. There is a mouse back there. I'm not going to mess with that, but I am going to boot these two things and see what happens. So let's go into here. And let's mount the disk. Okay, now my fast load didn't load up, which is interesting. So let's go ahead and do that a different way. So I'm going to go back here. There it is. So there you go. There's the overlay on top of the screen. So you can actually run your menu. So I kind of like that. What do you guys think? Would you prefer this or would you prefer the full screen? Now for the live stream, I know that makes it a little more difficult. But what do you think about that? I'm going to keep that. I'll allow it, as we say. Let's do this right here. Let's go back in here. Let's enter that. Let's go back into here, and I'm going to run it. Now, there we go. Okay, so this is GEOS running on the C64 Ultimate, and then we'll look at C64 OS, and then we're going to start winding down, folks. So get ready for that. Put your questions in. If there's anything that you wanted to see, you hoped that you would see, you didn't get to see, please put that down in chat, and I'll try and take a few minutes to cover it. But I think I've covered all kinds of just fun stuff today that hopefully gets you really excited about your C64 Ultimate, and also shared with you what I love about the Founders Edition. So let's see. Nice. See how the test drive works on 2 or 3 megahertz. Yeah, that would be, I mean, we're basically doubling. We might see if we can do that. We'll check it out. So let's see. The golden keys look really nice. Yes, they do. I love it. Got to admit, I've played around a bit on my C64U, but it's currently competing for space with my Mega 65. Oh, Stuart, you got to fix that. You need both. You need both in your life. I'm sorry. That's just the way it looks. Black looks cool. I like that. Dark mode. Yeah, dark mode. Yeah, basically it's dark mode for the Commodore 64. Love it. Yes. What day see? So you'll have room for the Mega 65 and the C64. Absolutely. Now it's loading. I think it's loading. It looks like GEOS is trying to load. We'll give it a few more seconds here. I like the overlay. I do too. I think the overlay is really cool. The overlay works really well for sure. PC Expert. I saw something. Hey, PC Expert sent one retroCombs gift membership. Looks like it went to the Desert Blizzard. So welcome as a guest member. You are a guest member of the channel. You'll get access to the Discord, all those fun things. Thanks for doing that. PC Expert he is my most valuable player today for sure. Thank you so much, PC Expert. Love what you did today for the stream to help. Much appreciated. Looks like it's frozen. Looks like GEOS is frozen. Not sure why. Maybe I did something wrong. That's highly possible, as we know. Let's go ahead and pull this up right here. I know there were swap disks. Maybe I needed to mount the swap disks and some other things, so I'll review that. But we should be able to load the GUI. So let's go ahead and do that one here, and that's a CRT. Let's run the card. And let me get out of here. And this works with the joystick. Look at this. Let's see what we get here. Look at this little GUI. It's a little small. I don't know if, oh, that's, there we go, loading. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So you have preferences manager, boot, turbo boot, configure. It needs a mouse, folks. I'm not gonna lie, it needs a mouse because I cannot even get to that little arrow. So let's come down here. Let's hit this right here. Oh, that's the GEOS disk because it's still mounted. Let's go up here and see what happens on settings. And you can see we have our colors there, so pretty easy. So just a little GUI so that you can, let's mount a different disk here and see if we can try something else. Let's go to disk file browser. Let's go to USB here. Let's enter, let's mount, oh, you know what? Let's do this. Let's try that. Hey, let's try it. We'll do one more. We'll see if we can do a BBS. I am going to take this and I'm going to enter and I am going to mount that disk first. Now we should be able to go up here. I guess you have to close it first. There we go. And let's reopen it. And it should be that new disk. There we go. And let's see if we can get, I don't know if we can run it from here, but we're going to give it a shot. Look at this, guys. You're right, Terrapin. Terrapin is like, what's going on? It's not Sunday. That's when retroCombs is on. No, it's Founders Friday. Founders Friday, Terrapin. It is Founders Friday because we've been playing with the Commodore 64 Ultimate Founders Edition, and we have had a blast and just a lot of great stuff happening in chat. Be sure to check up, scroll up, watch it. Yeah. So, and by the way, for my regulars, no live stream Sunday. This is it. This is the live stream for the weekend. So don't be looking for another one. Okay. This is it. Oh, syntax error. And that I think I know, let's see what's going on here. That keyboard is so nice. So let me go ahead and let's get this thing working here. I am going to load this and we are going to run the disk. PC Expert sent another gift membership. Linting has failed. I know. Isn't that funny? And regular guy, congratulations. You are a member. You just received a gift membership from PC Expert. Thank you so much, PC Expert, for doing that. Another member. We hope to see you guys because when you get those guest memberships, you get in the Discord. So make sure you join us in the Discord. All right. And you'll find that when you have a membership, you'll find the link to the Discord. If you go to my channel page and you look under the community posts, there are community posts only for members. You'll have that now. Look for the link and you can join the Discord. If for some reason you don't have access, email retrocombs@icloud.com. I'll verify your membership and I'll get you in the Discord. All right. But we look forward to seeing you in there because that's where the fun of the chat room happens 24/7. Now, I don't think everybody's awake all 24/7, but it seems like there's always something happening in my Discord that's just a blast. So make sure you take advantage of your gift membership and join us in the Discord. And hopefully you'll continue on with that membership later. Oh, I heard something. Here we go. All right. I think we need to try it, guys. I think we need to try it. I don't know if there's a, let's see, is there a directory? Yes, there is. Let's see if it'll, or is that directory? Let's see, is that? Okay, that's the directory for that. Where's the phone book? Where's the phone book? Send, receive, buffer, download, disconnect, dialer. There we go, F7. Let's see if that gets us there. Phone book A. Okay, there's a couple of things in here. Boar's Head, I've been there. That's pretty good. Let's try Enterprise. Yeah, let's try Enterprise. That sounds like a lot of fun. Let's do that one. Let's see if we can connect to the Enterprise BBS. And then we dial D. Is that the way? Auto dial selected A. There we go. No, that's the CommoServe. We don't want to do that. What happened? I didn't do that. Now, let's see if it works. It says it's dialing. Connect. Let's see. Google just recommended this channel to me. Subscribe. Get out of here. Google recommended you new channels. That's outstanding. As long as you're not a bot. If you're a bot, then not outstanding. But if Google actually recommended this channel, what a great job it did. So thanks for joining. Dan Sanderson, nice idea, but it's too many retro systems causing the problem about having both. Yeah, I know. Let's try this again. This does not look like this worked. Let me go back to our let's put up our auto. Let's go to our A auto dial. I'm not sure why let's just try Boar's Head and see if we can get online here. Dial. Let's see, A dial selected. Here we go. Command not understood. Okay. For some reason, I am not getting connection to our BBSs. I'm not sure what's going on there. I may have to play around with it. We're going to try one more. I really would like to see if I could get online. Let's see, dialer. Let's try. Why can't I remember what I'm doing on this? So it's F7, A. Let's try rapid fire. And let's A to dial selected. See if this works. You know, it's interesting. I had problems with the Meatloaf getting to BBSs. I'm wondering if I've got something blocked. Yeah, I wonder if I've got something blocked on my network. I'm going to have to review that and see if maybe I do. That's not allowing me to telnet out, because that's what's happening, is trying to telnet. So that could be it. So I'll check that out and see if something's in there. If you like old computers and Commodore stuff, Google did well. Thank you, Evil J. Yeah, exactly. Let's go ahead and let's go back in here. And I'm going to go back, oh, interesting. Let me go back here. And let's power and reset, since we know how to do that. Let's reset. There we go. Oh, I love this. Check it out. A bot would not do this. Thank you, Ubeli. I'll get it right. Ubeli, thank you so much for that. Appreciate it again. You guys have just rocked the super chats. Yeah, prove us wrong there, news channel. Send a super chat, because a bot would not do that. Send me a super chat and we'll see if you're a bot or not. I'm just kidding. We don't mean to. We're not bullying you. Please don't. We're just having fun with you. So welcome to the channel. It is super cool that you were that this channel was recommended to you. So that's really cool. Somebody was. Oh wow, he was a super. Oh, this is cool. This is how you know he's not a bot. News Channel was a sysop in 1984. That is super cool. Wow, a well-trained bot. All right, guys, lay off our newest friend, new channels. He's not a bot. I'm not believing he's a bot. Okay, well, you know what? I think we've done, unless somebody has something in the chat that they feel they have to see, must see, gotta see. I think we're going to stop here. I think we have done a full unboxing experience for the Commodore 64 Ultimate. You know what? I need to go out on some music, right? Let's go out on some music, folks. Let's do it. Just feel like I need to go out on some music. So let's bring up our, no, wait, let's see. Let's go. Yeah, USB. That's right. Enter. Let's go into our music. And I think we're going to do our multi-SIDs again. Let's bring up something in the multi-SID. Let's do 4-SID at minimum, right? Yeah, let's do that. And let's do Mega Chase. That sounds kind of cool. So let's do that. Mega Chase. Let's run this disc. Let's get some music going here so that we can kind of watch our keyboard here. All right, so you see that here. Let me look in chat here, see if there's anything else that I need to take care of while we're loading that. Rock on. We're going to do that here in just a minute, Mr. Landfill. Kidding. Yeah, everybody knows. Hopefully, everybody knows we're just poking fun. News channel, which service I ran. Oh, wow, that's great. Yeah, Evil Jade told me that the other day, and I was really that was really cool that he actually was a sysop guy for CompuServe. So that's really cool. Excellent video, amazing system. Can't wait for mine to arrive. Cutie Honey, I'm so glad you joined us. Thanks for joining, and glad you all enjoyed the chat. Let's see. We need some sound. Let's see. How does this thing get going? Hold on. Why isn't there sound? Let's see. Maybe I hit. Let's see. Set to. Cursor up, cursor down, press return. Here we go, guys. Let's see if this works. I don't know if that's right or not. I feel like that's not right. Was there a config file, or maybe, let's go back. Let's do this one. We're going to inject this one immediately and run it. There we go. All right. Let's give this a few minutes. We'll look at chat here. All right. PC Expert sent another gift membership. This one was Be Ready Q8Z. Welcome and congratulations on your free membership to Retro Channels from PC Expert. Thank you, PC Expert. Appreciate you doing that. Very, very cool. Can't wait to see all of you with your new memberships in the Discord. Don't forget about that. Let's see. Put those 8 SIDs to work. This is 4. I think this is only 4. All right, guys. So this is only 4, but it's really doing a nice job with the Founders Edition, isn't it? I guess I should also let you guys know I have, let me go to this view here. I have recorded all the video from this unboxing. I may do a series of shorts that highlight some of this if I get time. That's the goal anyway, and those could be a lot of fun. And also for those of you who watched on the Shorts live stream in our little window, a little window like this, congratulations for putting up with it that long. That's kind of hard, really, you know, kind of looking in there and trying to get everything in a little slit. Not my preferred format, but it's kind of cool that we have that option. Coding with Culp, welcome to Commodore Pet. Thank you so much, Commodore. Coding with Culp, good to have you in. Came in at the pet level, so thank you for being a new member at the pet level. I don't think I can show that on the screen. There it is. Coding with Culp just joined the channel as at the pet level membership. Coding with Culp, thank you so much for that. By the way, Coding with Culp, do me a favor. Send me an email at retrocombs@icloud.com, please. retrocombs@icloud.com. Send that to me. I got a little present for you I want to send you. So make sure you get that done sometime soon so I don't forget what I'm going to give you. Dan says, I had a program on my C64 that dialed phone numbers looking for BBSs like in War Games movies. I'm sorry, Speedbird said this. Parents were not happy with the huge phone bill. I can only imagine what that phone bill looked like. That's pretty funny. Got to limit that dialing prefix. Yeah, that's exactly right. Got to do that for sure. War dialer. There you go. Mr. Landfill says. By the way, if you're looking in chat, you're going to notice the members of the channel have little icons next to their names, little badges. That comes with your membership as well. I've created custom badges for all my members on the channel, so that's on there too. So found a ton of systems. Oh, wow. Catch up here. I could be watching reruns of Mark Rober with my kids, but I chose this. Well, Greg, of course you did. We're a lot more fun than that, right? All right, guys, it's really, I've so enjoyed this. I could probably sit here all night with you, but it is time for me to get out of here. If I don't, I mean, after all, it is Valentine's Eve, and I'm sure the lovely accountant has wondered what has happened to my husband, so I need to do that. So here's what I'm going to do. Again, just finalize, let's close this thing up. Again, I typically do live streams on Sundays at 2, unless it's something special like this. But make sure you subscribe, do all the things down below, get your alerts and that type of thing. And then also be sure to check out my channel. If you're new to the channel, I got lots of great content on the Mega 65 Commodore stuff. Got some TI stuff, some Atari stuff, just lots of great videos. You could just stay busy watching videos all night if you want to do that. So, hey guys, that is it for me. RetroCombs out. I will leave this running I'll be in chat for a little bit longer, but we'll just listen to the music and kind of watch the vid here while I close this thing out. Thanks for joining, everybody. Again, thanks for all the super chats. Thanks for everybody who watched. You guys were a blast. See you next time on the next live stream.